2, 1. What's up, buddy?
What's up?
It's good to have you here.
Oh, you're just going right into it. Okay.
Oh yeah, he's playing with my my Magnum-sized Sharpie.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, Sharpie. Yes, that's right. Look at this thing. Oh my god.
So that's actually the.
I didn't know they made them that big.
That's the Sharpie everyone signs the banner with. So when we get done, that's what you'll sign it.
There we go.
Well, cheers, man.
Oh wow, look at all that.
And we've
Cheers.
had to schedule this like 2 or 3 times.
Salute.
It's my fault.
And
So
here we are. Now, stuff comes up. You know how it is.
fuck, the hells are good.
Thanks for having me, man.
Dude, thank you for coming. I was surprised just 'cause I didn't like see it coming on your questionnaire. No, I was surprised, but it's not surprising because you give off like the best gym teacher vibes. So where I mean, I'm not, okay. Let's just say where you teach gym at or coach gym. I don't know.
Where do I work at?
Yeah, where you work at. But like, what age group is it?
I work at 2 elementary schools. They're both on the east side. They're both in Eldo's district.
Okay.
And this is my second year teaching too.
Oh, good
By
for
the
you.
way,
How old
yeah.
are you?
30.
30. Dude, you look fucking not 30.
Okay.
What the fuck is your
Okay.
skincare routine, bro?
Vegetables, Hail Marys, and more vegetables.
Being a devout Catholic.
Exactly. Peace be with you. Yeah, so I work at, one I've been at for, this is my second year there, and the other one I just started back last February.
Okay.
So the one that I started off with near downtown, I left that mid-February because I just wasn't happy.
Yeah.
And they had another PE teacher there, so I didn't feel like I was leaving the students without PE at all. Because at one of those schools, I think they were Title I, they were getting it 3 times a week. Whereas with most schools, if they have a part-time PE teacher or library, computers, art, whatever, they get it once a week.
That's it?
That's it. Yeah, and that's all. And again, this is my second year teaching. I'm learning a lot, so really just if I say something that maybe a viewer says, "Oh, that's not true," I would not spread this alternative facts about my field or my job. But yeah, it all depends on enrollment. So once you reach a certain population threshold, like now we have 400 kids, now we can have enough funding to hire a full-time PE teacher, art, or counselor. Even counseling services are part-time in a lot of schools.
That's not surprising.
Some schools don't even have a counselor.
Yeah, I got to be honest. That's not surprising either.
Yeah, and that's very unfortunate.
Yeah.
I think every school needs at least a full-time counselor, but I guess it's just funding that.
Holy shit. And they wonder why we're 5th in education.
5th?
Or 50th. That's what I'm going to say. 50th.
I was like, wait, what happened
yeah,
in
no,
these
we're.
last
Well,
2
actually,
years?
no.
I'm why we're 5th.
Because they started including Washington, D.C. in the rankings, so we're actually 51st now.
And they'll put in Puerto Rico and Guam, and you're like, you're actually 60th. There's only 50 states. Great.
That's fucking bad.
That's lovely. It's either us or Mississippi.
Dude.
It's like we're neck and neck for
Us, Mississippi.
race to the bottom.
For real. And then, like, it's not Kentucky.
West Virginia?
It's in this, probably. That sounds about right.
Yeah, one of those Appalachian
Yeah, the
states.
real, like, hills have eyes places.
Exactly.
You know what I'm talking about? You stop on the side of the road, you get cannibalized.
You're like, oh, what? I wasn't expecting that at all. It's like you kind of have to.
Have you seen, kind of side of it, have you seen Barbarian? Have you seen that movie?
No, but you were telling me that at Leroy's house.
Yes.
Where he's like, I don't watch anime, but Barbarian's like the coolest story I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I don't know. We were pretty faded, so it was kind of hard to remember the details.
Leroy was saying
Exactly.
that. Leroy was saying that
okay.
because he had seen it. I hadn't seen it yet. But, dude, I finally watched it this past weekend.
Yeah?
And that was a movie. You should watch that shit.
it insane?
It's good.
It's an anime, right?
No, that's live action.
Oh, okay.
That's live. No, the anime I was telling you about was Berserk.
Berserk.
And that's
okay.
actually what this portrait is from. That's
Oh.
the main character.
Okay. They're kind of synonyms in a way, so
Yeah.
I got them confused.
Yeah, but Berserk's fucking sick.
Okay, so that's from the
Yeah, that's the main dude from Berserk. His name's
Okay.
Guts. Yeah.
Gus. He looks like a Gus.
Yeah, and
Looks like or Kratos, one of the two.
the guy who drew that, he's based out of the UK. Super talented guy, and I mean his original prints sell out like crazy, and they go for like $150, $200. So those
Dang.
were like 55. I was like, I'll go with that.
There you go. That's sick.
It's called sponsorship money, son.
It's not an AI art piece.
Oh god, dude, how do you feel about that shit?
It's the fact that we're at this point and like as a people and we're able to just type in a prompt and it makes up a prompt based on thousands of examples from human pieces is incredible. No matter what you think about it, I think it's incredible that we're kind of there, but I don't think it can replace what artists can do.
Yeah.
By hand, just the originality, the creativity, things like that.
The podcast is sponsored by the amazing people over at Chop Chili Company. If you've been a listener to the podcast for a while, you know that I love these guys and they're amazing chili. And right now they are running a special offer exclusive to the listeners of this podcast. Go online to chopchilico.com and use code OnlyKings at checkout, and not only will you receive 25% off your entire order, you will also get a free cookbook based on Hatch chili recipes free at checkout. Like I said, go to chopchilico.com and use code OnlyKings at checkout, and not only will you receive 25% off your order, you will also get a free cookbook to go with your chili. They are also in stores across New Mexico at stores such as Albertsons, John Brooks, Lowe's, and a bunch more in cities such as Albuquerque, Santa Fe, Tucumcari, Las Vegas, Roswell, Ruidoso, and even Hobbs, New Mexico. And for our listeners in El Paso, Texas, we are in your supermarkets as well. Like I said, go to chopchilico.com, use code OnlyKings at checkout for 25% off and a free cookbook. Now back to the podcast.
It is really cool to see, I'll say that, but I don't want to say, oh, the future's here and artists better watch out. It's because I have some friends who make art, and it's if they ever get to a point where they feel like they're probably there right now, but they probably feel like they might be threatened, that's a problem. I take a issue with that, because like imagine if AI just took your job or took your livelihood, or who knows how far away where we are from that.
Well, see,
what about you? How do you feel about it?
Yeah, I mean, I feel a lot of different ways about it. Specifically, so my day job is a recruiter for a security company. Talent acquisition in general, I think, is going to be one of the first white collar jobs. When people worry about like financing and accounting, and I agree with that. The moment they can, because really all that is are equations. So the moment AI software can get sold to a company that'll do their accounting for them, I think that'll be the first department for sure. Because there's like guaranteed no issues, for the most part. But I think talent acquisition, because what I do can definitely get done by an automated system.
Really?
Yeah, because I've seen like the evolution of the AI you have to use to get to like your cell phone provider or your insurance provider. I was like, what prompt, or what do you want this, or this and that. The way
like a flow chart.
Yeah, the way it's taking you through its different paths. I think that can be easily done for talent acquisition and recruiting. So I see that, even though I like my job, it's quite easy. I'm good at it, and I get paid like good enough. So, and it's a giant fucking company, so I'm going to be able to use that to go out of Albuquerque, just get the fuck out of here and transfer, which my boss is already happy to do. She's like, yeah, if you just find a job at another branch that you're qualified for, they're probably not even going to interview you. They're just going to transfer you. And I was like, sounds
sweet. Say less.
Sick. Yeah. So that's interesting. I worry more because I downloaded ChatGPT for an hour and then I immediately deleted it. I didn't even think I had it for half an hour.
Really?
Dude, it scared me because
it's scary.
Well, because I was looking through all the prompts, and you can choose like the writing stuff, right? The prompt stuff, or like concepts or ideas that are like asking it general, like broad questions, I guess, like weird questions but broad questions. But then you could choose a social version of it, and it's like, how do you? I don't know if this is exactly what it says, but
social version.
Yeah, it says something to the effect of, "How do you want to speak to me?" or "What do you want me to be?" And it said like,
"I'll do anything."
Well, yeah, it said like acquaintance, close friend, best friend, sibling,
business partner,
parent, significant other,
enemy. Nemesis,
right?
Step bro.
But what worried me about it is it said that you could choose an option that was like, talk to me like your partner or your lover, significant other. That's what scares me. That is what scares me, because
that's hot.
You can already.
I'm just kidding. It is really scary.
Like you can put on like different strokes for different folks, and live your life. But I mean, you could put on the tinfoil hat and subscribe to the conspiracy of like the government trying to break up the nuclear family to disrupt and divide the country and this and the other, which there is probably some left to right limit fact to that.
Might be some writing on the wall in some ways.
Yeah, but go under the assumption that's real and that there are powers that be trying to break up the household. Having a pocket girlfriend is going to get so many poor, lonely, like genuinely lonely guys.
The market's already there. I mean, everyone says how hard dating is and how lonely we are more than we have been in the past. Nobody knows their neighbors. No one has any real connections outside of like work, immediate family, their kids, their mom, dad, things like that. So yeah, that scares me too. Have you seen that movie, Her?
Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah, that's exactly what it reminded me of.
Okay, but bro, on the other hand, if Scarlett Johansson was whispering in my ear, I can get a good imagination, man. I think we're gonna be okay.
I love your podcast. I listen to it every day.
No, keep doing it. You'll be You'll be successful.
It just really gets me going.
But yeah, that's real shit. Yeah. And I mean, you're seeing that already, and I think it's probably both countries to be honest. But South Korea and Japan have like the real girls, where they're like these $10,000 hyper realistic sex dolls. Like, what does that look like in 15 years? Like it's like a hotter version of the maid robot from fucking the Jetsons or whatever.
Right.
But then what gave me hope about it, entertainment speaking, was I literally just started doing comedy when I first had this. And I was like, okay, well, what happens if you type this in? And I put,
just get an AI to write your jokes.
That's what I was saying. Like, how funny can AI be? You know, because like funny is so intangible and so like weird and subjective.
Yeah.
And so I put in, make a joke, make a 5-minute. I try to be as specific as possible, right?
Time to be alive, right?
Huh?
What a time to be alive.
I know. I was like, yeah, right. A 5-minute stand-up comedy set about porn addiction. And dude, it didn't even make jokes in the beginning. It just like stated facts about it. And then like
over 78% of single men in America.
And then it was
beat off 2 times a day.
And the back end of it was like, but it's no laughing matter. And if you need help, here are the resources. And I'm like, yo, okay, so at least
it's no laughing matter, Noah.
Yeah, right. So it's like, okay, at least AI can't do that. You know what I mean?
Yet.
At least yet, right? At least we're like maybe 8 to 10 years before the curve on that.
Assume the worst, assume and prepare for the what the fuck is this saying? Hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's gonna be interesting to see, because there's already ghostwriters in like music and comedy anyway. But what happens when?
And I worry about them, Noah. Are they unionized? Do they have a group they can fall back on?
That's a good premise. A unionized ghostwriter. That's
like a skit or something.
That's funny.
We want representation. It's like, who are you?
Right, Drake featuring 20 other people.
Featuring GPT. Oh God, it's because I've already seen it with art and with text. And I think Timbaland, he was in an interview and he said that it's already there with music.
Oh, well, they did that Drake song that went viral as a Drake song. Yeah, there was it was like 2 months ago. There was a
Drake song that went viral as a Drake song.
But that was AI.
Oh.
Yeah, it was AI written and an AI voice of Drake. And it sounded exactly like him. And it went viral and people actually thought it was him, and like,
congrats on the new hit.
For real, his management company, I think, had to come out, or the distribution of his like the record company.
His representatives.
Yeah, they had to come out and be like, yo, that's not a fucking Drake song. That's fucking AI.
But if you want to pay us for that, then that would be great. Which is fair, There could be some arguments to be made.
Well, I feel like that's gonna stay, if it hasn't already come up in some sort of media court. It's going to, and it's going to stay there for a long, long time.
Because I think with the SAG agreements, I think the deal that they came up with had AI.
Actors, right?
Yeah. The actors, the writers. One of the agreements that one of those groups came up with, they actually had an agreement for likeness, use of AI in production. Like if they use Brad Pitt's likeness, but Brad Pitt had nothing to do with it, then he would get, I guess, compensation or a credit or something.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, because then you have the other option where it's mostly for like the superhero movies and shit, where it's the actor sells their likeness for that film, so that it's mostly a merchandising thing. So they can make the toys and they can make the lunch boxes and the posters,
and
right? Exactly.
everything,
So they're selling their likeness as that character to the company for that film. So then, what happens in 10 years? 5 years maybe even, when we have like another Flash situation and they're doing like a digital version of Henry Cavill again, or they're doing a digital version of Christ, whoever, right? Whatever like actor that used to be the character, no longer Christian Bale. He's out in the open saying he's
One of the old actors from the 40s.
Well, they did that. Did you watch The
What?
Flash? Do you care about spoilers?
I don't give a shit. No.
Okay, yeah. So at the end of the movie, because there's like the two Barrys. So the younger Barry keeps going back in time to try to beat Zod so that they can save the world. But in that timeline that they created,
And reboot the franchise.
Yeah, exactly. But the universe is just supposed to die, or that world is supposed to be taken over and killed by Zod. That's where that timeline ends. And as he does that, he fucks up the Speed Force, and all these different universes start colliding. And they were all, with very few exception, if there even is an exception, they were all CG and AI generated.
Really?
Yeah. So like you see all these different planets colliding, and it's like you look at one and it's like the Adam West Batman. You look at another one and it's the George Reeve Superman from like the 50s, which is super fucked up because people who know the story, the consensus is the depression from that role is what made him blow his head off.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's in bad taste.
Yeah. He was a very well-trained actor, got the role of Superman on TV, and that went for like 3 seasons, I think, 3 or 4 seasons. And from what I read, he went on to do more roles, but no matter what he did, people were like, Superman. And I guess that
couldn't see him as anything else other than
and he was
Clark
also, I think he was on drugs at the time, drinking a lot, so his mental wasn't there already. But then he's like, I'm only getting recognized for wearing these fucking tights, and I'm fairly certain he blew his head off with a shotgun.
No, I'm sure that didn't help.
So then to see, like, it's at face value, like if you don't know that story, it's like, oh, George Reeves Superman, that's kind of neat. But then it's like,
my grandpa used to watch it.
Exactly. But then now it's like, oh, with context, this is the shit that killed. So
Old
anyway,
Hollywood's really sad and depressing.
Yeah.
And we always see is like, what we idolize it as in Marilyn Monroe and the stars, Frank Sinatra and all this thing, but a lot of them were just abused by the directors, by the studios. A lot of them just ended up doing a lot of drugs, ended up overdosing on drugs, and then we call them crazy.
Yeah.
It's like Britney Spears.
Oh, I know. Her situation was crazy because of the, what was it called?
Parents?
Well, the parents for sure, but
What was it called? The
not the Guardian. It's the other thing.
The thing. The observatory. No, that's not
The observatory.
Planetarium. What's it called?
The conservatorship. Yes, you're almost there. Yes. The conservatorship that she had, and
what does that even mean?
so basically, to get a conservatorship, because Paris Hilton had this too for a bit, and I don't know if it's free anymore.
Can we get one?
But you don't want it, dude. So
I'll try anything once.
I don't know if it's free anymore on YouTube, but there was a good documentary about Paris Hilton about, and it's from her point of view, and then she's talking about how like she went to this like conversion / military school as a young kid, and like the way it starts is they break into your house. It stays by the parents, but they like break into your house and take you out of your bed at 2:00 in the morning, and they all this crazy shit, right? Anyway, yeah, her parents fucked her up too. But basically, to get a conservatorship on you, that means your parent or legal guardian took you to court, had the court evaluate you, and the court came to the decision that because of your ineptitude as a person, you no longer have the right to make your own decisions.
Oh, wow.
So all your decision-making processes are complete. You're basically permanently a minor.
I think I had one of those.
And
Just kidding. Oh, man.
in the eyes of the state or eyes of the law.
Jeez.
So they had access. I think the same thing happened to Paris for a little bit too, but they had access over Britney Spears' money, her copyrights, all of her royalty stuff she was getting.
Personal property?
Personal property. She owned nothing because you can't own something as a minor. So
Or someone who is deemed
yeah, exactly.
unfit
Because they treat you like a minor pretty much. So
Christ.
she couldn't own anything. Everything got put under her direct guardians, which were her parents, and they just absolutely milked her for money.
Wow.
But
Jesus Christ.
oh yeah, so because of something like that, and they did a digital recreation in the movie of Christopher Reeve.
Oh, in the Flash?
Yeah, like the old school Christopher Reeve Superman,
wow.
and then his old school Supergirl, but they're like full front on in the like it's not like a hint at them or like a faceless figure with no, it's them.
Wow.
Like and it's all AI and CG created, so it's like
I don't like that.
I see what you were trying to do, but it's like okay, how much is their estate going to get paid? Did they even license this and shit
Did they get
like that?
consent?
Yeah, right.
To do that, or is like their likeness owned by Warner Brothers?
Exactly. So that's
one of those things.
Thank you for saying that because that was my original point. Was when I'll bet they're going to add a clause about AI to that because it's like if you're a old school actor like Christopher Reeve, let's say he was still alive and he could make decisions. Right?
Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
Him.
Yeah. So let's say they reboot fucking Indiana Jones in 10 years. It's a new guy, and for whatever reason, he sees the old Indiana Jones because Harrison Ford never, assuming he never wrote or he never had it written in his contract that they couldn't use they could use his CGI. He didn't consent to that. Do they get money? Do they get paid? Or do they have the right to sue the studio? And
So many variables.
yeah,
many things you gotta consider.
so that's scary. And the fact that it's only going to get more realistic as time goes on. So then how do you know if evidence in a crime isn't tampered by AI or it's AI generated? It worries me.
That's the first thing I thought of when I heard about deep fakes and I saw it in
Yes.
action on YouTube. I'm like, if they're using evidence in a court or video footage and somehow it was altered to make it look like this person
A sex tape and shit like that. Yeah.
I wasn't gonna.
Well, that's what they.
Or like someone left the scene of a crime and they have footage.
Oh, yeah.
But then it's like that's not me. I have an alibi. Oh, but it's you on the
CC footage.
Exactly, but it could be a deep fake. Could be.
Yeah.
Oh, that's scary.
Because they were, I think in like 2021, 2022, some of the most downloaded porn I think were deep fakes of celebrities.
Oh yeah, I got a bunch.
So that
That's great. It's good. You want some? I brought some with me.
no, thank you.
They're all Nicolas Cage, but anyway. Right there.
But
It always comes down to porn, doesn't it?
yeah, dude, because we're just horny fuckers with the internet.
And then people don't know, we're lonely, and then there are guys who just are chronically online. Have you heard that term before?
Chronically online.
Chronically online.
I haven't heard that exact term, but I mean, it doesn't surprise me.
It's essentially what you think it is. They're just online. Like most of their communication or their mental energy is spent online rather than just
Interacting
in the world,
with humans.
in the world, or even just in their house, just
Yeah.
going about their day, cleaning stuff, and that can really twist your mind.
How many hours a week are you at a middle school, do you think?
Middle school, I do elementary.
Or elementary, I'm sorry.
Zero.
That's what I meant. Sorry.
Zero.
Sorry.
Thank you very much.
Doing your job, how many hours do you think you're there?
It's 40.
A week? 40 hours a week?
Yeah.
Okay. Elementary school kids. I know some of them have cell phones.
I haven't seen it at the elementary level. I haven't seen it at school. Maybe they have them at home.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
Well, that's good.
Which is one of the reasons I do elementary.
Okay, good.
I don't think I want to leave for a very long time.
Because fifth grade goes up to, how old is that? 10?
11,
10, 11 years old?
11, 12 maybe.
Yeah, I don't think it's a far-fetched thought to think that the 10 or 11-year-old, even a 9-year-old's going to have a cell phone.
Oh, yeah.
Let alone a smartphone.
Or they would get their older brother's phone or
Yeah.
their parents' phone.
How old were you when you had a touchscreen for the first time?
That was a Nintendo DS. I was 12 years old.
Nice.
And I remember that being like the first touch screen device that
Yeah.
could access the internet.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I would be shout out to Nintendo, but they suck, so I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
So
But I remember that being the first thing.
So do you? Because I remember I think that's funny. I think that was my first touchscune too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
So
was a good system.
oh, I loved it. The
was fun.
big bulky silver
Exactly.
one.
It was so
oh yeah.
bulky.
Yeah. So and since I know I'm looking back to when I first had that. Since then, I don't think I've ever been out of reach of a touchscreen.
It's ridiculous.
You know what I mean?
It's just been a part of our life
Exactly.
for the last 20 years.
So then extrapolate that and put it on these 10, 11-year-olds now.
With the access of the things that they can access
Yeah.
right now, it's because at least like back then, and I had this. I don't know who I talked about this with, but essentially, I was addicted to my Game Boy. I was addicted to all that stuff, and I'm not now. I think I live a relatively good, socially healthy life, but back then, even like we were limited to the fact that most of it wasn't connected online. You couldn't talk or communicate with other people.
And even then, with the DS, they had that little chat in it.
Yeah.
But it was only like
You
if
could
you're
draw stuff and
right. But if you're only within range,
exactly,
right?
yeah, you can talk to someone across the country,
Right.
at any time or whatever. And like the Game Boy, the batteries come out or they die, or that's what I meant. They die, or you're only limited to the games that you have. But now you just have a phone. You can download any game from the App Store. You could torrent a game. You could emulate games.
Yep.
You can, if you give like a kid a smartphone in just 7 hours, they're gonna be looking at stuff they should not be looking at for several years or ever.
Yeah.
And it's interesting, but luckily, I don't see that at school. Kids, they still like playing outside. They still like being on the playground. They still like want to like play games. They're not. I mean, some of them, just don't want to do PE.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, but that's been the case for
That's every kid ever.
every kid ever, yeah.
Yeah.
Or the shy kid. And I try my best to have games that include everybody, but things get competitive, kids' feelings get hurt, things like that. But I'm just like, you're not going to remember this in 10 years.
Either they're not going to remember it, or it's the one thing from elementary they do remember.
They do remember, and it's going to be one of those traumatic experiences. It's going to be my fault. I'm a terrible teacher. I'm sorry. Sorry, Caden. Okay. So I won't give last names, but I have a class where I have a Hayden, I have a Caden, and an Aiden. Yeah. They can't keep their hands off each other at any given moment.
Christ.
I was like, Aiden, Caden. I'm like, my name's Aiden. So, get the fuck off from each other. God, stop it.
Thing one, thing two, and
One,
thing
thing
three.
two, thing three.
Jesus Christ.
And then Zayden starts acting up like, no, you sit back down. Don't even fucking start with me right now. I will call home.
That's funny. Holy shit. You've been doing that for 2 years, huh?
2 years, yeah. Because I graduated from UNM 2016 in the degree in public health. I don't know what that is either. So
Fuck, I was like, what does public health mean?
you had a guest on here who had the same degree, I think. It were those two girls with like the health.
Oh,
podcast.
Natalie and Gabby.
Yeah. I think one of them had a health degree, and then I just did it because I took health classes because they interested me, and I just didn't really know. I already had those credits, so I'm like, okay, community health, that'll be my major. Finished that, but essentially at the time, you either work for the state for minimum wage or you go to grad school, and I didn't want to do any of those. I thought I was led to believe you get a college degree, you can buy a house and you can buy a car, and
That's the grand American lie we were sold.
the American dream, because it's not real. It's a fucking dream. Well, it depends on the field you go into and who's hiring, your skills, who you know. That's a big one.
That's why I have the job that I have. I can tie it directly back to 4 years ago when I got my first recruiting job, because my friend was going to be the boss, and she was like, "Yeah, I'll give you a shot. Don't fuck it up." Mm-hmm. That's about who I knew.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
No, nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
But it's very disingenuous in the way that we were sold college.
Exactly.
And that's not to say I don't want educated engineers. I don't want uneducated doctors, even though most of them are apparently. And then like scientists and biologists and shit that keeps
the research community, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Well, STEM.
Yeah, there you go.
The shit that keeps the society moving forward. All the school you want. I think that version of school should be fucking discounted to incentivize more people to go.
Based on how much we need those kinds of jobs.
Yeah, exactly.
To advance.
Exactly. And then if you want to go get your women's studies degree or your fucking underwater basket weaving.
Chicano studies. You could say that too. Look, it's great, but it's like, just in the world we live in, we got to pay bills.
Yeah, so it's like.
We got to have something, either skills or a service. That's kind of what we're based on.
Well, how marketable are you?
Right.
And this is also coming from a low-level podcaster, so take that for what you fucking will. But it's crazy to me that these people that want to go, even if they do go into a STEM field, if they go like mainly the medical field, they used to go and spend over 6 figures on not even getting into medical school, just getting like the like everything before medical school,
like all the prereqs done,
and then they go to medical school for like 5 or 6 years. They're out with got $250,000 worth of debt,
6 figures in debt,
and then
for a service that we need. We need those people,
and their job only starts out at like $95 a year compared to what their already expenses are, and then it's like, well, if you want to live somewhere like New York, California,
LA,
or Florida,
any city that's over like 700,000 at this point.
Yep,
it's ridiculous.
Yeah. So and then you can't get rid of your student debt.
No,
even through bankruptcy.
You can't. Yeah, default on it. Nope. Right? Is that the word?
You just can't go bankrupt on it.
Yeah. Like every other debt. Okay, wipe your slate clean. I mean, your credit's trash now, but at least you can start and wipe your slate clean. Nope, student debt. It's like herpes. It's there for life. You can't just live with it.
And there are fuckers that get Social Security docked for that shit. Social Security, like they'll get payments and they're 63, 62, and they still have student debt.
Yeah,
it's still out of your Social Security.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I think Obama said he still had student debt when he was running for office for the first time. That's probably
right.
I've heard that on the streets.
And he's I put my ear down.
Don't say it's true, because I don't even know if it's true either, but that's what I heard.
I put my ear down and I found out that old Hussein still had some debt when he was trying to get in office.
I like how that was a big old issue. His middle name's Hussein.
It's like, yeah, bro.
He's going to bomb the White House. Like, shut up, stop it.
It's so fucking stupid.
Just disagree with him because of his politics, not because of some
for real.
This stuff.
I always thought of, whenever that was going around, I thought about the line from Superbad where he chooses McLovin. Well, it's between that and Muhammad.
Why the fuck would it be that or Muhammad?
Muhammad's the most you stave in the world.
Read a fucking book for once. Great, we have McLovin, the 25-year-old Hawaiian organ donor. That's my favorite movie, dude.
It's amazing.
I love that movie.
That is the one comedy movie I pray to God, well, one of them anyway, that I pray to God they never make a sequel out of.
Well, any comedy sequel is almost trash almost every time. Have you noticed that?
Oh, I have.
Except for maybe 22 Jump Street.
22 was good.
It's pretty funny.
Anchorman 2 was fine.
Anchorman 2, I loved Anchorman 2.
You know what I mean?
I haven't seen it since it came out, but
it wasn't as good as the first one.
I had a great time watching it.
But it's still funny. But like
when what's the Brick, is that his name?
Yeah.
The Steve Carell's character, his funeral, and then he shows up. And I was looking at him like, what is this? What are we doing? He's like, he was such a great dad. I was dying. But yeah, most comedy sequels are almost always garbage.
Coming to America.
Is that the Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Apparently that one was trash.
That's the one that just came out.
The one they just did, yeah.
I say just did. It came out probably like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Because everything goes by so quickly.
Yeah. No, that's how I gauge how young people are. Is like, it's just like.
Do you remember 9/11?
Like I'll do. Okay, so 9/11. Maybe not in the workplace, but if I have like, as a recruiter, if I have like a younger, like an 18, 19, 20-year-old coming in to apply, and I see on their, like on their resume or like on their background check, whatever it is, what their birth date is, and I'm like, yo, you were like a year old when the first Spider-Man came out? What the fuck?
And you're able to have skills and opinions,
right?
And
you weren't even born when Spider-Man came out? Like, what the
join
shit?
A march now? What the hell? You can't think? You're not old enough to think right now? Just kidding. But dude, it's 2023.
Old enough to join a march.
2023.
Holy shit, that's.
But you know what I mean, though, right?
Yo, yeah, no, it's like you can have thoughts and feelings and fucking.
Yeah, and then you like.
Well, so that movie Thanksgiving's coming out, right?
Is that the horror movie?
Yeah. And
I keep getting that one confused with Thanksgiving. Have you heard of that?
I have not. Is that like a 90s slasher flick?
I think it was. I remember hearing about it in middle school, and it's like this really C movie level, fucking straight to DVD about this haunted turkey. It's like, yeah, it's just meant. It's so bad, it's good. It's one of those movies,
right?
And I just get it confused with the movie that's coming out.
Well, so
I haven't seen it, but
this movie is coming out. It's based on a fake trailer that was made for Grindhouse, the Tarantino Robert Rodriguez double. Remember that? Mm-hmm. So I was watching a review for Thanksgiving, and the reviewer was like, "Yeah, if someone watching or someone that was born when when Grindhouse came out, they can get a learner's permit now." That was 2007.
Like 16 years ago.
Holy shit! Yeah,
2007 was 16 years ago.
Yep.
How old are you, Noah?
I'm 26.
26. You don't look 26.
Thanks.
Yeah, 36 for sure.
Yeah,
but no, 26
I know.
now. Those days are over.
That's called the military, bitch. They aged me.
They aged you. You served.
Dude.
You did time.
It feels so good to be out. Oh my God. Anyway.
What branch were you in?
Army. The National Guard from the Army. Yeah. I don't think I'd ever say I regret doing it. Just did not love it nearly anywhere enough to do it again.
It wasn't your calling.
No, fuck no. Okay. Well, because like people our age, we were kind of like, I call it the Call of Duty generation.
That's
you
true.
know?
Yeah.
So we were kind of, and that definitely got to me. I was like, oh shit, like yeah, that'd be pretty sick.
Do you remember Modern Warfare coming out?
Yeah.
The first one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That
first one dropped because it was
so good.
Was it that or World at War? That was the first rated M Call of Duty.
I think they've been rated M, haven't they?
No, because like Call of Duty 2 was teen and Call of Duty 3 was teen. But it was
those ones were in World War II.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Mm-hmm. And then they made the jumps. I think it was probably. I remember it being rated M. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was Modern Warfare. That was the first rated M one, and then because then Treyarch, when they made World at War, their big selling point was like, yeah, they're basically saying we're rated M too, but you can blow limbs off in this game, and it's like, oh.
You can disembowel people of color in other countries. Check it out. $60,
dude.
But that first Modern Warfare, oh man, that's one of my favorite games. Period.
Yes.
Especially the all guild up mission. You remember that?
Oh, all gillied up.
That might be my favorite level of any video game ever. Just the suspense and.
I'm partial to No Russian. I'll be honest.
Which one's that one?
No Russian in Modern Warfare 2. Where you're in the airport.
Modern Warfare 2.
The original Modern Warfare 2.
Oh, I heard it's pretty good.
You're fucking with me.
I haven't played it now. I haven't played a whole lot of video games, but the ones I have played, Modern Warfare is one of them.
You've never played the original Modern Warfare 2.
The one from like 2009 or around there? No, I haven't.
I don't
Stop looking at me like that. No.
I don't believe you.
I haven't done it. No. I played the first Modern Warfare, and then I just kind of started doing other video games after that. I was like, because I'm not good with shooters.
Oh,
they're fun, but I just get my ass handed to me every single time.
That you might be the only living person where it's worth paying $70 for the new Call of Duty, because all it is what it should have been for the recent Modern Warfare 2, which would have just been nostalgia back to 2009, because they got a bunch of the classic maps and put it in Modern Warfare 3 and did all the new guns based. Fuck, dude. Oh my!
I'm telling you the truth.
I believe you now. Either that, or you're just sticking to it, and I appreciate the bit.
I will not lie to your face.
Ah, thanks.
For that long. I'll at least be like, okay, I'm just kidding. But no, I haven't played.
That's crazy, dude.
Because I think I started playing Borderlands at that point, and then I got sucked into that.
Okay.
Have you played Borderlands?
I've played a little bit of 3.
Okay.
Played a
Second
little
one's
bit
the best
of 3.
one.
Okay. You know they're making the movie.
Better. What?
They're making the movie of it.
Why?
And it's gonna be directed by Eli Roth, who actually did
Okay.
Thanksgiving. Funny enough.
See, he does horror movies, huh?
Yeah.
He did Hostel, didn't he?
Okay. Hostel was his big claim to fame. And then he did a movie called Green Inferno. I mean, my homie went to go see it when it was in theaters. He had no idea what it was gonna be. It's a movie about cannibals.
Okay.
And there's like they like it shows them like cutting people up and like eating them and shit like that.
I can't do
Yeah,
that.
and
I can't
he
watch
almost,
that
he
shit,
almost
dude.
puked in our fucking popcorn.
Oh, God.
But anyway, and then the only big casting I know about that movie is that like the robot in the movie, the main robot, he's getting voiced by Jack Black.
Wait, in Thanksgiving or?
No, in Borderlands.
Oh, Borderlands. Oh, it's like, God, I forgot what we were talking about. Sorry. That's funny.
Yeah.
I love Jack Black.
He is one of I mean, granted, actor. I don't condone pedophilia ever, but he's one of the actors that if it came out that he was a predator, that he was a pedo, that I'd be like actually angry about. Like him, Robin Williams, obviously post-mortem.
That's
but like the really wholesome ones, like Weird Al,
Tom Hanks, I guess.
But he went to the island a few times.
So, what, really?
Oh, he's on the log like 2 or 3 times. Oh yeah.
Wait, is the list like? Do we know who's on the list?
Yeah, you can pull it up.
List.
Yeah, you can. Dude, fucking Bill Richardson's on there.
Yeah, I think I knew that.
Like twice. Obviously, Clinton.
Yeah.
Clinton, Trump is on there a lot.
Pauly Shore, all of them.
Yeah.
Wait, really?
No, seriously, Pauly Shore is on there. No, I'm pretty sure.
I was just fucking around.
No, I'm serious. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Pauly Shore. Seth Green is on there.
He's Leroy. I saw him on the list.
Yeah, Leroy Sandoval.
Yeah, Leroy Sandoval, comes to Harvard.
Yeah, like weird ones though, like Seth Green, Ben Affleck, Eminem.
Whoever was pretty big at the time.
I guess, and like,
whoever Epstein was a fan of.
well, they're all of age. That was the issue. But no, I'm just like, I think about that though, and it's like, well, because most of like someone like Seth Green, that doesn't strike me as predator. Ben Affleck, alcoholic for sure, but not predator. You know what I mean? These type of guys. Eminem. You think Eminem?
Paul Giamatti.
I hope he's not.
You're like, I can see him doing that shit.
But like,
he's not handsome. I can see him.
Because I wonder back then. I wonder back when that was a thing for like the higher level of Hollywood. Was it like? There's no way they pitched it as what it was. Because I heard like because they would golf courses everywhere and
private
casinos,
island,
right? I come
girls galore,
party with the big boys, right? But then we get these scientists and they get these politicians and they're like
these influencers,
and they compromise them,
not Instagram influencers, but just
real
like
movers
actual
and
people who make a difference, you know?
Yeah, movers and pushers, and they compromise. I'm like, why the fuck did Epstein have a painting of Bill Clinton in a dress?
Are you serious?
You haven't seen that?
Oh
my god! Watch.
Hey, ChatGPT, make a picture of Bill Clinton in a tube top
painting.
Oh god.
Dress.
Oh,
Epstein.
Did it say it in the Netflix documentary from?
I never watched
during
it
COVID because that's what I watched. But my question is, how did he get his money? How did he get those? Okay, that's not AI.
Yeah, that's real, bro.
That's real.
That's real.
Dang, he looks kind of good, man. How's he, like 80? Martha Stewart got the pixie cut.
Right? Fuck. Yeah, dude. That was in fucking real. Epstein shit.
You could hold that in your hands, like as a painting.
Yeah, no, that's a painting that they confiscated from fucking the island.
Oh god. The fact that you can just call it the island and we know what we're talking about, it's like
yeah.
Ugh.
But I don't know, man.
Lives of the Elite. Oh, before I forget, yes. I saw this one. You see, what do you watch on YouTube, by the way?
Oh, that's an odd question, man. I watch a lot of like.
What do you enjoy the most?
Okay, so I think the most that I watch on YouTube for sure is stand-up comedy and podcasts. Like during the day, but then like at night, I'm winding down to go to sleep.
After hours.
I'll watch like I'll watch
girls kissing.
Like you're a middle schooler.
Look that up
like, you're like, what does this mean?
It's like, this website's blocked. I want to, and I have no game. What do I do? So
I'll watch like these or fall asleep really to these 5-hour like video game documentaries, like the history of Metal Gear Solid.
I'll watch the same shit.
The history of whatever. Or what's been really scary to fall asleep to recently is you look at the liminal spaces. Have you seen those? Mm-mm. Where it's like very vague and absent looking portraits of like an empty office space, an empty hallway, an abandoned amusement park.
Oh, is it like the
watch?
What is that thing called where it's like the endless kind of hallways?
Yeah, exactly.
That thing?
Exactly. So women.
Oh, so kind of just like is it like in a weird analog kind
of
filter,
like the space
like
space
like
core
mid to late 90s kind of
vibes. Yeah.
So
it's like that.
That thing, yes,
that
that's exactly
shit,
what I'm talking about,
or like this type of shit.
Fall asleep to that?
So what? Because I found this video.
No,
it tripped me the fuck out, dude. It was like because they didn't break them down as liminal spaces. There's like it's this different plane, like Dreamscape or whatever, and then there's
Dreamscape.
It's like a 5-hour video about the first 18 levels and the creatures that reside in them, and I fell asleep to that. And I slept like a fucking baby. So I don't know what that says about me.
Screaming some weird Latin phrase, "Ixna hugabisne." It's like, what? Okay. Huh? What? No, I gotta go to work. Oh shit.
Who do you watch on YouTube?
Not that. Mostly it's like besides like I don't know NFL news, depending how good my team's doing. or video essays, just depending on a certain subject, like history of Metal Gear Solid, or how Borderlands came to be, or just how Rage Against the Machine came to be, and how they don't like each other now, and things like that. Just like specific little video essays. There we go.
Are you a fan of Rage?
Oh yeah.
Like today?
Oh yeah.
Were you at all disappointed with the way they handled the COVID shit? Because I was, I'll be honest. If you even followed that.
So I remember they had a show booked in Las Cruces with Run the Jewels.
And I was there for that
and
too.
I'm like, wait, tickets are sold out? Okay, I guess I'm not there. But anyway.
I wanted to be there so bad.
And then I just, that's, and then the COVID happened, they canceled the show, and then it didn't happen. That's all I heard of.
Oh, okay. So so even now, if you go onto their Instagram page, they don't follow anybody, and you can't comment on anything they put up because they got a lot of shit.
Let's stream our music.
Well, for real, like
Rage with us against the machine.
Well,
Come in and out.
Fuck, they were like, without any hint of questioning, without any hint of like rage against the machine, they decided to full stop support Biden and the vaccines, and like, but only when Biden came into office. And they just followed the very like hyper leftist agenda, right? You see on like the extremes of the left side of the aisle,
where they're not really campaigning or raising awareness. They just want to have a riot. Is it like that? That's what it seems like to me. Anytime there's like a protest in Albuquerque, it's like there's just going to be people who show up just to throw shit through a window. They're not even going to do anything.
So that's a separate thing. But I did find it interesting that they found fucking preset bricks and preset fucking stones in like L.A., Chicago.
Oh, really? And that's proven to be
New
true.
York. Yeah. There's pictures of pallets, literally pallets of bricks getting set up in these cities where they're going to have these peaceful. Anyway. Right.
And action.
Right. Exactly. No, for real. The agent provocateurs, that's a real thing. We know about that now.
Provocateur.
But anyways, Rage Against the Machine, they like full bore went for the vaccine, didn't resist any of it, didn't like think otherwise, didn't question it openly. They were all like, and they're like, yeah, our shows, when we come back with those, the Run the Jewels tour, all those shows, you had to show proof of vaccination and booster to show up. And all these different shit. So people are like, I thought you were Rage Against the Machine. What the fuck is wrong with you?
What's with all these preliminary hoops?
No, yeah, exactly.
You gotta go through.
So why are you
protocols?
Like, why are you bending over for the government? And so now, if you go on their page, you can't do shit. You can only like their stuff.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. So I was pretty disappointed in that.
What do you think? What do you think happened?
I mean, money.
Money, yeah.
Money. Well, because like people, and look, if you're gonna make your whole branding around fuck the government, and you're gonna bend over for the government,
but then you make a whole lot of money off of it.
Yeah, you deserve the hate. But what I will say is, outside of that, like, I hope, right? Like, I would hope that I wouldn't do the same thing. But I've also, and this is what I tell people, like, I've never seen $1 million in one place. Have you?
No.
Yeah, like
actually, this morning, actually.
Yeah.
I was like, all right. Gotta go. I'll leave my pile of cash right there. No, but now it's.
He lives at. No, but no, you know what I mean. Like I've never seen $100,000,
life-changing amount of money.
Yeah, a truly life-changing amount of money. Right. I've never seen that in one place. So it's like I don't know, or even like seen a check with my name on it.
Yeah.
That says $1 million. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because even like, because Rogan's talked about it a lot, where when he got his first development deal with Disney, doing some sitcom show, he goes, yeah, I remember looking at a check that said $100,000 with my name on it. And it's like this weight came off my shoulders. Like, I have money now.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I've never seen life-changing money. So then if you're a band that, maybe a couple of you had some addictions, maybe a couple of you had some divorces, you had some money you had to burn through, and then you're at the should have been the tail end of their career, and then they get shown from whoever, whatever Men in Black people showed up in their suits and briefcases, cracked them open, and they shined on them like Pulp Fiction shit, and it's like, no, and it's like $20 million to follow along with this narrative. You know what I mean? I don't think that's out of the realm of possibilities.
It's not, because how do you turn down that much money
and
when
then,
you've never seen it before, like you said?
Exactly. And then you announce a tour and it sells out. Post-COVID sells out. Like, come on now. You know what I mean? Like, I've never seen that type of money right there. So I can't say for certain I wouldn't do the same thing, but I hope that I wouldn't. I really hope that money wouldn't change my morals that easily.
Right. I would change. It's like, yeah, down with the system. Wait, how much? Yeah, system's not so bad.
Wait, they've got money over here.
Money over here, right? That's kind of just where we're at right now. We're kind of just pushed into not really looking out for each other so much, even though I think that's kind of what intrinsically we want to do, because we are a social species. We want community and a sense of belonging, and I want all my friends to do well. That's one of my goals. Like, I don't want to just do well for myself. I want all my friends to achieve their goals. But society, when everything is so expensive, and you have all these responsibilities and obligations and this pressure, and then you just read about, oh, we're going to war and all this stuff. It just puts you in a survivalist mentality where you think, I have to get mine. I just got to get mine at all costs. I got to, you always got to look out for number one, I guess, because how can I help someone if I'm starving or if I'm struggling? But, what is the word enough to people now? What is enough? What it means different things to different people, but like, how do you know when is enough?
Well, that's the issue, right? Is, you never see complacent, like really like rampant complacency, whether it's a community or an individual person's life. You never see that in a successful person, right? So it feels like when people just settle, it's like, right? It's like, oh, I settled in a relationship. I settled with my money that I think I can get, or settled with my life, and it's kind of lesser, right? And so it's like giving up and quitting.
Complacency.
Yeah, complacency. So then turn that on its head, and you have people that do want to survive, and they want to and they do like have the drive to keep going, and wherever we're measuring enough as, like enough like people around you, enough like relationships, perceived relationships, assets, of course, money,
social standing,
money, food,
political influence
power
for some of those people,
right? Yeah. And then so however you gauge that as enough, I think it takes a lot of wisdom to know what is enough for you. Like, that's why Jim Carrey, after the second Sonic movie, maybe like a year and a half later, I think, he gave this interview and he was like, yeah, I'm gonna retire unless there's like this amazing, life-changing
Sonic 3, $60 million, Jim.
Right?
What do you say, Jimbo?
Right. But
I don't know. That's a lot of money.
But he goes, yeah, if they and I'd like to believe him, but like he goes, yeah, if there's a really great script for a really great project, that a story that I really believe needs to be told, and I can do it justice, maybe, but he goes, I have enough. And I was like, how much wisdom did that take? How much like self-awareness and heartache did that take for like things to go through? Like, yeah, I think I've got enough. Life is good. It's a guy like him, and he's got generational money,
and he's got nothing to prove as for his career. Like, he's like a 90s, 2000s comedy icon. He's well revered.
Oh yeah, he was funny. There's a really good documentary on. I watched it on Amazon Prime. I just bought it through there, but I think it's on like Showtime, and it's about the Comedy Store in L.A. and he's in it.
I think I saw a little bit of that.
Yeah, for like 2 or 3 episodes, he's in it, and just the reverence he has and the obvious respect that everybody gives him, like for the art form, is insane. So again, generational money, but I wonder how much self-evaluation that took to figure out like what, because most people will never have that. And I know myself well enough to know that I'm thankful for what I have right now, and I'm always gonna do my best to remain thankful, like genuinely thankful. But I don't know if I'll ever, if I do get any kind of success, I don't think I'll ever stop chasing it.
He'll be like, I'm done. I'm going to go.
I don't think so.
Be like Thanos. I'm going to go retire. Yeah. Be on my farm now. I did what I needed to do.
I don't think so.
It'll be like a Joe Kick when he won the championship. He's like, we can go home now. I can go to my horse. We've done. Did you see that? When the Nuggets won the NBA Finals, they gave, what are you going to do now? And he's like, hey, we can go home now.
That's hilarious.
He's like the best player in the league, arguably, and he doesn't even want to play basketball anymore. He's like, oh, I've got that monkey off my back. I can go ride horse now. Giddy up. Next season, what? Thank you.
I hope that one day I could have, if I get that much success that requires that much wisdom, I hope I get it one day.
Okay, you find out you just won the $500 million jackpot lottery. What do you do in that first week?
Tell nobody.
I would turn off my phone. That'd be the first thing I'd do.
I literally do not tell anyone, and I go to a wealth manager.
Would you go to one, or would you go to kind of?
I'd go to a few to shop out. Well, if I literally got $500 million tomorrow, I know who I go to. A friend of mine that I went to high school with, her dad is Steve Lynch, the guy with all the billboard and shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ah.
Went to high school with his daughter. And so, a great family. Amazing. Very nice people. Very, very nice people. I just walk in their doors and be like, I need to talk to Steve now. Yeah, he knows me by name.
Actually, he's booked until tomorrow. Here's 20 fucking grand. Just give me
no.
Steve right
You start pelting the receptionist.
You don't understand. I'll buy this whole fucking company right now.
So yeah, that's what I would do. Is I'd walk in there and I'd lock the door behind me and say, "Hey, I just got," it was like after taxes, like $430 million, right?
But, yeah.
$400 million. Yeah, I have $400 million and I'm about to explode. What do I do?
What do we do?
How do I turn this into generational shit? And yeah, dude. I mean, and then after that, life just becomes a game.
Right?
It's like, how many levels can you unlock now? Or how many like items can you unlock?
How far can you go?
For real.
It's like you can only buy so much shit and just that, and it wouldn't really affect your happiness. Like you could have like 10 cars, and they're all Bentleys, Ferrari, Hyundais, whatever. That's a good car brand, right? But anyway, or you could just buy a house and this and that and the other. Like when is like the next level? And I think political influence, like billionaires, they don't want to just like have money. And,
it's power.
Power. And be able to control that and be able to hold on to that. That's the thing.
And you control their people.
Yeah.
The minute you can say jump and millions of people say how high. I couldn't imagine that.
I couldn't do that.
I couldn't imagine that shit, dude. And so.
Because of course I'd want to say, I would change lives and I would help all this. But it's like I've never seen that amount of money.
Well, that's why characters like, Homelander from The Boys. Why they're so compelling, because they are a average person that got power. Mm-hmm. Oh shit, he's kind of a dick. Yeah. Look at this guy. You know what I mean?
And he's not happy. He's like totally.
No, he's distressed. Yeah. He's paranoid. He's borderline schizophrenic now. And I gotta say, most live action animated adaptations of the comics are like, even at their best, they're not as good as the source material. Yeah. The Boys blows the comic out of the water.
I've heard it's a lot better than the comic, because the comic's just straight gore action.
Yeah,
edgy fest,
like
right?
there is a story there going on, but Garth Ennis, the writer, he's spoken out about it, and it's ironic because one of his, personally for me, the best run he ever did was The Punisher in the early 2000s, like 2010ish. Mm-hmm. That's his best run. It's fucking amazing.
Really?
Very
What's his
gory.
name again?
Garth Ennis.
Garth Ennis.
Yeah, very gory, very like visceral, but fuck, dude, it's so good. Anyway, he's self-professed that he fucking does not like superheroes. He thinks they're fucking corny. He thinks they're gay as shit, and that they're easy targets, pretty much.
That's not what men read.
Yeah, exactly, that type of shit.
We read Tom Clancy.
So then,
my dad does.
So then he did The Boys, and it was like, well, how do I make fun of every superhero ever? So like reading the book, it's a mishmash of like Marvel, DC, Dark Horse, a bunch of different characters that are all thrown together. Yeah, and so like Homelander specifically, he's just like a soulless guy. He's like an arbiter, pretty much. He's not really an avatar.
He's 100% self-centered Superman.
Like, no, he's dumb. Like, he's absent-minded. He's so like a non-character.
I've actually never seen The Boys, just so.
You've never seen The Boys?
I want to.
You need to.
I've seen Invincible, The Boys.
Invincible's
I just
amazing.
saw Forrest Gump last year. It was all right.
No way.
Yeah.
Just last year? What the fuck?
Well, I mean, I've seen it on TV when it was, or clips, and then I'm like, where's Spider-Man? Like, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
The Boys is
Terminator.
Because Anthony Starr as Homelander in the show, it's fucking Emmy worthy. Like, I don't understand how he hasn't won an award yet, but he's amazing. He's phenomenal. You should watch it. It's good. There's 3 seasons of The Boys, and there's 1 season of Generation V, which is a spinoff, but it's really good too.
What's that about?
It's so in the world there's a college that trains superheroes. And did you ever watch Sky High?
When it came out in the theaters, yeah.
So imagine Sky High with sex, blood, gore, and drugs.
Rock and roll. All
yeah.
right.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fucking amazing.
Sick.
It's a really, really good fucking show.
Generation V?
Generation V.
Okay.
Or Gen V.
Gen
V. Yeah.
Okay.
It's fucking good, dude.
Nice.
Yeah. But
some people ask me like, have you not seen this? You haven't seen this? Like I haven't. I saw Lord of the Rings 3. Well, it was on the background. Let me put it that way.
But not 1 and 2.
Not 1 and 2. No.
I don't even like Lord of the Rings, and I'm surprised. Like everyone's seen Lord of the Rings.
I'm like, because then cause now I would watch it, but then it's like, 3 hours. Like I could be playing drums or
no, yeah, dude. No, I get it.
Something,
3 hours of midgets walking is a bit.
I'm disappointed in myself on how short my attention span is and my patience is for stuff like that.
That's why you're a fucking drummer, dude.
Exactly. Yeah.
How long have you been doing music for?
Let's do fills. I need to do a fill right now. Stay in the pocket. Nah, I don't want to do that so much. What was that? Sorry.
How long have you been doing music? How long have you been doing music for?
Doing music. So I started off on guitar because I wanted to play AC/DC. I wanted to play Boston, all the classic rock shit because I grew up on that. I wanted to play that. But I tell the guitarist, like, you're going to laugh, but I couldn't. I gave up on guitar because it was too hard to play AC/DC songs, even though it's like the same 5 chords over the last like 50 years. Like, I didn't want to do it. But then I just wanted to do something music, and then I wanted to play Metallica songs so bad. And you know what? People shit on Lars, and it bothers me.
That's a drummer, right?
Yes.
You know why he gets shat on, though,
I know
right?
exactly why he gets shat on. Yeah, because he's really not good. But he's had his moments. Like Metallica's the reason why I play drums.
Well, it's that, but then I think he's a fine drummer.
Oh, and the whole Napster thing?
The Napster and LimeWire stuff that he got.
He had a point, though.
No, he has a point.
It didn't come from like some hometown hero.
Yeah.
Who's on the up and up.
Yeah.
It was in the biggest band of the world at the time.
And
who was already made it, who had millions of dollars, who had enough.
And just how much of a dick he was about it.
Yeah.
And and you know what? I appreciate the authenticity and I appreciate sticking to your guns. Mm-hmm. But the delivery.
Yeah.
It's
just it rubbed a lot of people the wrong way.
Yeah.
But he had a point. And it's not because I love Metallica, but
no, he definitely did have a point. What do you think about their music post Death Magnetic?
I forgot what I did. Anyway, I started playing drums at 13.
Oh yeah,
that's right.
Yeah. Oh right. I know. I've got that in the back.
Sorry about that.
No, I've got that in the back of my head.
Post Death Magnetic. I love Death Magnetic.
Me too.
I love it more than the Black Album, actually.
That's fair. No, that's fair.
Yeah. But I still love the Black Album. It's like a pop metal record because it's just. But man, they got some good riffs on there. Wherever I May Roam.
Yeah,
that's one of my favorite Metallica songs. Their last one, Lux Eternal. I heard it all the way through. I already forgot it.
Same.
It's like
it all sounded the same.
Oh, and then there's like this one part that he does that for 2 minutes. It's like, dude, stop. What's the point? Hardwired, Moth to Flame. That's a good fucking song. Have you heard that one?
Yeah.
It was awful part.
Yeah.
Yeah, the riffs on that are really good. And it's like, I don't know how you can be this angry and this like they were in 1985, 1986
well, they can't be.
when you're at this level already in your career, but they're still doing it. Yeah, and people shit on Metallica. They play songs from 40 years ago. They play them faster now live than they did back then.
Yeah.
Than they do
No, the talent is
Lars needs to tune his snare. Like, it still sounds like shit. Ever since Saint Anger, it's just not good. But other than that, it's like, yeah, just fucking. I don't know how you can hate on him.
Well, I think it's just because people have gotten to a point with Metallica where they're happy with what they have. We don't need new music from Metallica. Mm-hmm. Honestly, dude, especially now, like obviously because unfortunately their lineup changed over the years because of death and stuff like that.
And yeah.
But I would love to see because I haven't seen them in person live, but I've seen like the footage of them live, and they're phenomenal now. Like they're like better than they've ever been, like technically wise.
Exactly,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I would love to see them re-record their old albums.
Me too.
That would sell way better and be way better received than Lux Eternal.
Exactly.
Like, who gave a fuck about that? Like, who really gave a fuck about that?
I mean, I was good. I was like, okay, is this the album worth it? But they're pushing 60, and it's just, they're rocking. If that's the songs that they absolutely wanted to play, and it came out exactly how they wanted it to come out,
great,
good for them.
Yeah.
I forgot how it went.
The inspiration just isn't there, I don't think. Anymore.
Yeah. It's like, because they're not those angry,
hungry
kids.
And they used to be into like Cthulhu and like all this like cosmic horror and shit.
James Hetfield doesn't get enough credit as a lyricist.
I agree.
Because his lyrics are just so good.
Yeah.
He tells a story, and like For Whom the Bell Tolls is basically like a log of war.
Yeah.
Essentially. Same thing with Welcome Home or Disposable Heroes. A lot of anti-war stuff that people don't really realize. Yeah, exactly. One. Yeah, exactly.
That is one of the best protest songs. Period.
Exactly. Darkness.
Yeah,
President.
dude, I saw Corn. I saw Corn live, and
Yeah.
they do that breakdown.
They do.
They do Shoots and
shit.
Ladders, the bagpipe song.
Oh fuck.
And then at the end of Shoots and Ladders, it goes to, and people are like,
And I was like, oh my god.
it's so sick.
Darkness. Did they actually?
Yeah,
the
they did
vocals, or-
it. They did it the way Metallica does
Okay.
it. Thankfully, because it would have been clowny as fuck.
They do their own thing. Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, no, he's an amazing songwriter.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing.
Definitely. When did you get into metal? How did you get into that?
Oh, dude. So the very
What was
first
the gateway drug?
Yeah, Black Sabbath.
Hell yeah.
My father was not in my life for a very long time, and he's really not a good person. But one of the greatest things he gave me is my love for rock, the gym, and comics. And
Same.
yeah. So, the first you could consider, because it's like the old heavy metal, you know, the first heavy metal album I ever listened to and remembered and like really stuck with me was Black Sabbath Volume 4.
There you go.
I fuck with that album so hard. Like,
yeah.
that is an amazing album.
Snowblind, fucking.
Yes. So Snowblind, Wheels of Confusion.
Planet Caravan on that one?
No, that is Paranoid, I believe.
Paranoid or Master Reality? One of them? No, yeah, Paranoid. You're
I
right.
think it's Paranoid. But yeah, you're so right. So yeah, Snowblind, Supernaut and then randomly Laguna Sunrise is on there, and it's the instrumental. Changes is on there, classic song. So that's what got me into it. And then when I went, I mean, obviously like middle school happened, and I figured out about some like My Chemical Romance,
And all your friends will show you bands that
right,
they like. And you're
yeah.
like, oh, fuck.
And then like in the periphery of things, there was like
You heard it?
Job for a Cowboy
Yeah.
or Suicide Silence.
The deathcore.
Right, yeah, the more like the
Whitechapel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
White.
yeah.
Oh, Whitechapel. Mostly some White shit, like the old school
Yeah,
Mostly some
yeah.
White and shit like that.
Carnifex. The fucking Chelsea Grin.
Yeah, old school Chelsea Grin,
Yeah.
exactly. So then when I got out of middle school into high school, because I went to a military school down in Roswell, and so I'm meeting a bunch of new people from all different walks of life. And then one of my friends at the time, he ended up getting kicked out like fucking a semester in, but he showed me a lot of kick-ass music, right? Like he showed me the old school Asking Alexandria, Devil Wears Prada.
Parkway Drive.
Parkway Drive
August
was
Burns Red.
there for sure. August Burns Red. Yep.
Norma Jean.
No, actually,
Those guys are good.
Norma Jean.
They've been around for a long time. They're really good.
So that's when I started like getting exposed to like screaming and stuff like that. And yeah, like the lighter stuff, like A Day to Remember.
That's screamo
Yeah.
music.
Yeah,
How do you
screamo.
listen to that?
Yeah.
I love
And
that
then what
question.
really brought me like full throttle into deathcore was the Pop Goes Punk albums, like 1 through 4.
Oh, what an
are
era that was.
solid,
Yeah.
dude. But what got you into?
AC/DC was the first.
Yeah.
When I heard TNT on the radio for the first time. No, that's Dirty Deeds. What was I thinking?
For me, it was Dirty Deeds.
Bow, 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 bow. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah,
And
Dirty
then
Deeds is what did it for me.
Dirty Deeds. He's
that
singing about
and
killing a
big
guy.
balls.
I've got big balls. Balls. Oh, that was
Anyway,
good.
you're saying so TNT.
Yeah, TNT, and that just led me into Iron Maiden and the Judas Priest and all the classics. And then, because it was mostly my friends at the time who got me into stuff like System of a Down, Slipknot, Black Dahlia Murder. You ever heard of them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're making a new album, dude.
Yeah. Post Trevor, God rest his soul. Oh my God. But you gotta keep the train rolling.
Yeah.
Like if I passed away, I wouldn't want my band members to quit.
Right.
That's just me personally. I don't know.
No, yeah, Black Dahlia is good too.
Oh my God. Oh jeez. Probably the best musicians on the planet. Almost. Do you ever listen to Animals as Leaders?
Yep, they're great too.
Yeah. I seen them at the Journal or Zleda Amphitheater.
No shit.
Excuse me. Yeah, they opened up for Lamb of God. Them and Killswitch Engage. Yeah.
No shit.
And then it got rained out, and Lamb of God was like into their third song, and my ride was like, "Oh, we gotta go." I'm like, fine.
Lamb of God.
Whatever.
I saw them when they came through with Slipknot.
Oh, it was like 10 years ago, huh?
Yeah, it was like 2015.
I was working that day. Yeah, I remember.
Like
I
2015.
had to set up chairs for a
think.
wedding. I remember
that
exactly what I
sucks.
was doing when they were playing.
Oh shit.
But yeah, I was like, "Fuck, I wanted to go to that." How was that?
good. It was great, and that's why I first saw Bullet for my Valentine.
Oh yeah, they were on that too.
And then I
good.
just saw Bullet when they came through a couple weeks ago.
Yeah?
And that was, dude.
Was that at Revel? Or?
Yep.
Oh damn, I've never seen them live.
Fucking amazing.
Who else played that show?
It was. That's a good question. So the headliners were Bullet, Then it was Of Mice and Men, and it was the band that Corey Taylor's son is in now. I forget what the fuck it's called.
Slipknot.
But
Slipknot Junior.
dude, he sounds like his dad.
I bet he does.
He's and like the stage presence is very much like old school, like self-titled Slipknot.
Really? Oh.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he's at that young, youthful angst.
Yeah.
Don't tell me what to do, Dad. Ah.
But I'm gonna sound like just like you.
Exactly that.
So yeah, that was good. I gotta be honest, man. I don't, because they did a couple. So Of Mice and Men, they did a couple of the old school songs when
Austin
Carlisle. Thank you, Austin Carlisle, when he was on the band, and the new singer does not sound good with his old shit.
Oh, with when he was trying to do Austin's lines?
It's not good.
It's not. It's not the same, or it's just not good.
Yeah, I don't think it's good.
Really?
Personally, I don't think, because they did from the old shit. I guess like old, but like Restoring Forest came out 10 years ago.
Exactly.
So like,
That's
what
old.
the fuck?
That's old.
So Would You Still Be There? Bones Exposed, and then they did Second and Sebring.
Did they do OG Loco?
And that too.
Play that,
yep,
yeah.
and all that, yeah.
Okay.
And I will say Second and Sebring sounded good, but
It's just a good song.
it is.
It's just a really good song.
But like OG and then the other two are not that great with him on there.
So because the singer who they have now, that's who was doing the clean vocals and the choruses back then. He's doing the harsh, screaming vocals.
Right.
So he's doing all the vocal duties.
Yeah.
And he's playing guitar.
Yeah.
Cut him some slack.
No, he's
Cut him some slack.
well, he's
man.
a
He's
great.
gotta do 3 jobs at once.
He's great on his songs.
Okay.
You know, he did pretty damn well on his shit.
Because Unbreakable is a great fucking song.
They did play that live.
Dude,
they played
that?
whatever album that is that has like Defy and all that stuff on there. They hardly played off that album.
Really?
It was all their new shit.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, it was all their new shit.
Yeah.
But it was still like a cool show. Got some sick merch. But, you know, it's cool to see them. The Flood is one of my favorite albums of all time.
That's a good album.
Like, just of all time.
Yeah.
And
That's a good like pop metalcore album.
yes.
Because it's just like the riffs and the clean choruses and the double bass, it all just comes together so well on that. That's like then you know, because metalcore is already like a spread out genre. Because you can't compare that to like August Burns Red, who are just like kind of who sound totally different, and compare that to Converge, who are like some of you ever listen to Converge?
I've bits and pieces like here and there.
Yeah.
They floated in and out of my radios.
But all like of Mice and Men, August Burns Red, Converge, they all sound totally different.
But they're in the same genre.
But they're in the same genre, which is so weird. It's like different eras. Like it all kind of evolves.
Yeah.
Into different shit.
So it's hard to listen to somebody else do the old stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the band, flawless the way through.
Right.
Flawless.
As they should be. That's their job. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you would think, right?
Yeah.
But then Bullet for My Valentine killed it. Corey Taylor's son killed it. What were we talking about?
That Revel show.
So the Revel show, but so you had a lot of friends showing you like the more classic rock.
Because I was into classic rock because my dad, and then I'd get into Pink Floyd and you know Boston, AC/DC, like Black Sabbath, and that's gonna. From there, I went Judas Priest and Dio.
I was gonna ask, did you start listening to Black Sabbath? Did you start with an Ozzy album or a Dio album?
It was Ozzy.
Ozzy.
And then I'd heard Dio. I'm like, that's the same band? Because I think that's just a great example of a band evolving their sound.
I agree.
Especially since when your singer leaves, I don't think you should try to do the same sound. Because the singer, the vocals are just so iconic and such a, like...
It's what leads it.
A cornerstone of that sound. I don't know how you can do the same sound. Like, imagine if they try to do, I don't know, Sabotage with Dio. That'd be weird.
I kind of want to hear that.
AI. Hey, Chat GPT, can you...
Get on that, please.
Kiss 97.3. We got Dio on the... But you know what I mean, though, right?
Yeah.
Because I think you could just...
Continue. I'm just going to check the cameras. Continue.
Yeah, for sure. I was going to say, but yeah, you can't really... I don't know, just... Because the singer is just so iconic and such, like... You know, some people would argue it's more the most iconic part of a band's sound, which it could be, just depending on how much you love a band and what it means to you, what the vocals mean to you. But they changed their sound, and they were more like a traditional heavy metal band.
Yeah.
So when you say heavy metal, it's like the classic, like from Black Sabbath all the way to like 1983, and then it started to branch off into power metal, thrash, speed metal, and then from thrash it went into black metal, death metal, all that stuff.
Right.
All these fucking crazy subgenres.
Subgenres.
Subgenres, yeah. So yeah, that was cool that Black Sabbath did that, and just like I like Dio Sabbath just a little bit more than
Really?
just a little bit, just a little bit.
You are in the minority,
I
friend.
know, I know. Good, it's good company. Yeah, but that's just me personally. I just like the songs.
Well, I mean, Heaven and Hell is fucking phenomenal.
I've seen Black Sabbath both once with Ozzy and once with Dio.
Oh, dude. Okay, I was supposed to go to see
I'm proud of that.
the final Black Sabbath tour with Ozzy.
That was like 6 years ago, huh?
Oh, longer. It was
Like 6 years ago.
2016.
Yeah, or 7. No, well.
Well,
But anyway,
yeah, 7 years ago.
I
Yeah.
was there.
Anyway,
I was there.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so they were coming through Vegas, and I was gonna go to Vegas with my buddies, and we were gonna watch it. We had it all planned out, and then some stupid shit went down because I was still at military school, and they locked up my car and they restricted me to fucking and I couldn't leave campus.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
What did you do?
I don't remember.
What did you do?
That's the thing. I can't remember what the fuck I did to invoke the rage. But they were like, yeah, go fuck. And I was like, but I've got this plan. Like do it to the next 5 weekends.
Right,
I think this is the one.
Right.
And they're like,
Oh,
no, go
God.
fuck yourself. And I was like,
Wow.
oh
I'm
my
sorry, that's
God.
shitty.
Yeah,
That was a great show.
I'm sure it was.
Amazing show.
God, I'm sure it fucking was.
It was so good.
Because my homies went and saw that, and they watched Deadpool without me. And I was like, fuck.
God.
Oh, well.
Aye.
Yeah.
FOMO.
Yeah.
I think you need FOMO every now and then.
Nah.
Just to appreciate.
Nah, not that one. Not that one.
Maybe not that one, but-
that one still hurts. No, but when the fuck did you see Dio?
that was I was in middle school. I think it was either 2006, 7, around there. It was Dio, Megadeth, and Machine Head. That's a lineup right there.
Through Albuquerque?
Yeah, they came to the journey. See, how do you tell from someone's from Albuquerque without them saying they're from Albuquerque? If they still say the Journal.
Yeah, because what is the journal now?
It's what do you mean, like the Albuquerque Journal?
Yeah, no, what is it now?
Oh,
no,
the Sleda Amphitheater.
Okay, that's right.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right. Okay.
It was a Hard Rock Pavilion for like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And then they
as,
changed
as
it.
they were changing it over.
Exactly.
What about Hard Rock?
What about
No.
this?
Boom.
What about this? No one wants to buy it. Well, I'll buy it. It's now the what is it called? Equifax Pavilion. It's
have-
FTX.
Have you seen?
Those fucking idiots. But anyway, that was Machine Head and Motorhead, the headband, the loudest music I've ever heard live in my life. Because I saw Machine Head when they came on the Mayhem tour with Slipknot and Slayer, and all them. Oh my God, they're so fucking loud. I was like, even saw
What
like
Mayhem Fest was that? Because
2012.
okay, I didn't gone to that
That
one.
was the best lineup that Mayhem ever had. Oh,
Ma-
it was so good.
Mayhem was my first concert,
Which one?
2014.
2014. Who
It was the
playing?
Avenged Sevenfold,
Rob Zombie.
Asking Alexandria. The
Five
Rob
Finger?
Zombie was the year beforehand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so Avenged Sevenfold, Asking Alexandria, Bullet for My Valentine, Trivium.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I did see Rob Zombie though in 2016. No, wait. 16, yeah. 2016. It was with Korn, and
Okay.
it was the Return of the Dreads tour. I remember that shit.
Ooh, I could smell that show right now.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Great show though. God, dude, 'cause at the time Rob Zombie was pushing 50, and now he definitely is, but he was pushing 50 at the time, and he's still running around and jumping and hopping, all this crazy
hard.
shit. Yeah.
I hate jumping. I'm 30. It's fucking hurting. But to be able to, it's tough. It takes, and especially doing that every night in a different city on the road. That takes a lot out of you.
Yeah.
I've never been on tour, but people, I hear stories or like interviews of bands saying, "Oh yeah, the road, it drains you and all this. You're away from your family." When I was like 16, I'm like, I can't wait to be on tour and do all this. Now I'm like, man, I don't want to be out for more than like 3 days. Somewhere.
Yeah.
I need to come back.
So you started music at 13.
Mm-hmm.
Guitar wasn't your thing.
It's not my thing.
So then drums.
I picked up the drums. I'm lucky enough where my dad bought me a drum set, and I was just learning AC/DC and Guns N' Roses as best as I could until I got drum lessons around the same time. Because my uncle, he's a musician. Shout out to Ron. He played in the Green Chili Jam Band. You ever heard of them? They were kind of like a acoustic family kind of sort of jam band that I guess were pretty prominent up until I was like a little kid. That's how long they've been doing it. It's weird how there can just be so much going on before you even exist. You know what I mean? Like there can be lives lived and history made and all this before you even come into the world. Does that make me sound narcissistic? Anyway, but it's just like how, when you were saying like you were 1 year old when Spider-Man came out, but it's like I've already lived a life and done all these things. You weren't even alive back then. But anyway, he was doing that. So the drummer at the time, he was giving me lessons for the first 3 years when I was 13 to 16, and that's just where I learned just how to stay in time. That's the most important thing when you're a drummer, counting to 4. Making sure you have right technique with your hands and all that, making sure things are ergonomically correct. You know what I mean? Like you should have correct posture, make sure the pedals are positioned so that it's comfortable for you, so you're not overstraining yourself. Just
you're not fighting your body the way it's postured.
So you're not fighting your body in resting position. Because when you're in resting position, that's exactly what it is. You're not playing. You should be still. So if there's like a 4-measure break, that's resting position. Right there, and then 1, 2, 3. Then you start being active and then start going into it, and that's when I just wanted to play Metallica, all this other heavy stiff stuff. And then my drum instructor was like, there's a lot of other great music in other genres. I'm like, fuck that.
Those genres are gay.
Those genres are for wussies. And then I started listening to Run DMC, and that's when I started listening. That's what got me into hip hop and Tupac and all that stuff. And I'm like, Lil Wayne's okay now, I guess. Young money, but I fucking hate Lil Wayne. But that's when I started getting the System of a Down and Slipknot, and then that got me into August Burns Red and all the metalcore stuff, and I got into Gojira. You ever jam Gojira?
Fuck yeah!
Oh my god, still have Deftones, all that shit, dude, all that. And then I've probably been in a band since I was 16 years old. Whether it's not the same band, but just like we've been going and we still haven't got a show yet. But just in one way or another, I've just been in a band since then, whether to join this band, then I joined this other band, then I quit the first band, then I joined another one, things like that. It's been a ride. Don't regret a damn thing.
It's fucking sick, dude. And because I've obviously seen you play the most, I think, with Just Velvet. Mm-hmm. Very talented group of people.
Yeah, I love those guys.
Don't remind me her name, Shawnee.
It's actually Cheryl.
Is it? Oh my god.
It's not Cheryl. Shawnee.
I was like, the fuck.
Sorry, alternative facts. Anyway,
she's very, very nice, very talented.
Oh yeah, she's the best.
And just all you guys are just sync up so well as a group. How long has that group been together?
Almost 2 years.
Okay.
Almost 2 years.
That's cool.
Because that started off with my friend Jay Dell. Shout out to Jay Dell. He moved out to Nashville. He's in Nashville now. But we met through and I've heard this story. I think other people have told you on the pod before. It's like after COVID or during COVID, everyone's like, "What the fuck?" Our livelihoods basically, pulled out from under our feet because of this whole lockdown thing. So we're like, "What are we gonna do about shows? Where are we gonna go? All this stuff." And then Ancora started doing open mics. Have you heard of that place? Ancora. It's this bakery that I don't know is still there, but it's off of it's near Central and San Mateo.
Okay.
So, and they were doing open mics. I don't know if it was allowed by the state or whatever, but they were like, "Hey, we're doing an open mic. You want to play some music?" And everyone's like, "Fuck yeah, we're going to play some music. Yeah. Shh, don't tell anybody." And so then we started doing that. And that's where I started meeting. I met Jay Dell, and then his friend Hasiel there. I met my friend Miko, who does the Producer's Pit. Have you heard of those guys?
I have heard of them.
Yeah, I met him through there. So I just met other people through there, and that's when Ancora was the place to be. It was the hub for live music at the time. So I met JDL through there, and then eventually I just meet all these other people. So then we're just like, okay, we want to play music, and we kind of want to make some extra spending money, and we just want to play songs that we can learn that are easy. We can play songs that are that we like enjoying too. We don't want to just play fucking Tennessee Whiskey 10 times a fucking week. That's not good for anybody. God, I hate. No, I'm not even gonna get started.
That's a fact, dude.
Don't even get me started on that. Everyone knows how I feel about that song. But so we were just it's like, okay, I'm on drums. He's on bass or guitar because he can produce his music. Yeah. He can sing. Despite if you ever meet him, he'll be like, "Oh, I can't sing." He can fucking sing. So sing, JDL. It's live the life you're meant to be. Anyway, so we were just kind of thinking of members, who to recruit, who to have. So we thought, Shawnee, she has a great voice. She could play saxophone. So we asked her, and right away she said, "Yeah, I'd love to do it. Thanks for doing that." So it was us three. Then we asked our friend Enrique. Have you met Enrique?
I think so.
He plays in the Mangoes every now and then.
Okay, I believe
Keyboard.
so.
Keyboard player.
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh my god, he's crazy. So we had him in the band, so it was just like us four. So it was like bass, drums, keys, and vocals / saxophone. We didn't have a guitar at the time. We have people in mind, but despite how many guitarists there are in Albuquerque or just, in the world, in the wild, they're all busy. Like everyone's fucking busy. So that was the lineup for a while, and then eventually we had a Hugo from the Mango Cakes. He was the guitarist.
Oh shit!
Yeah, he was doing that for a little bit, and then he left and recommended Lalo to us, who's playing guitar with us now.
Okay.
So and then JDL left for Nashville. Enrique is kind of like a part-time. He kind of just like gets called up. He's not like a full-time member.
Yeah.
So it's me, Shawnee, and Lalo. Those are like the 3 core Just Velvet members. And then every now and then we'll have Saleh on keys or vocals. We'll have Aaron or Jabez or Sam on bass. Bass Mama Sam. Have you heard of her?
I don't think so.
She's bassist. She's really good.
Okay.
So we just kind of have like people for hire, I guess.
Yeah.
People on call.
Guns for hire.
Exactly. Yeah. Next on the depth chart, we got Aaron. What's her name? But yeah. So that's how it's been going. We've just booking gigs at Marble and then just breweries, things like that. Then we're doing private gigs. We played at the casino for the first time last September.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that was a 4-hour gig that just flew by.
4 hours?
Yeah. Well, not continue. It was like 3 1-hour shifts. So we start right at 9:00, played at 10, and then 10:30 to 11:30, then from 12 to 1.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like, damn.
That was a fun gig. We were really like, oh my god, we're playing casino. Oh my god, we're playing casino. We were really nervous and hyped up, but we killed it. We just did what we always do, and
that's fucking.
It was
sick.
fun. It was a hell of a fun time, man.
That's fucking awesome, dude.
That was good.
Yeah, it's cool seeing how much local talent there is here, and how like
a lot,
and how everyone's really for the most part everybody's coming together and doing their thing, and you know what I mean. And a person that will not be named to protect their anonymity, we were having a conversation about stuff like that, and he's like, yeah, well, that's why a lot of us that are at the top, we're having these conversations while people that aren't playing well with us are just bickering. Leave them to bicker, and leave everyone else to succeed, and we're doing it all together. And that's what I tell people that I have on here. Is like it's very much like I'm seeing it like among the best, and like in the music industry, and now that I'm like dipping my toes and figuring things out with comedy, right? Yeah. It's like the best of these guys are all working together. They're all cohesive.
And they've been through some shit, so that they know, like that's not important for me. And
about as cohesive you can get as a community, of artistic people.
Yeah,
but it's like. We all kind of want to do cool shit, and it's very obvious that we need each other. So what are you doing? Who do you know? Okay, this is what I'm doing. This is who I know. And then we just...
exactly.
Yeah.
And then let's just all get along, guys. Why cause drama? Why get into fights? You know who you are. But like so many people have said on here, this really is a great community of creatives. Starting to get sick of that word. Creatives, artists, influence. No, I'm not gonna say that. But it's just everyone supporting each other. Yeah. There's none of that crab mentality. You know about that?
No.
Have you heard that term before? So essentially, Kevin Hart explained it. Imagine a barrel of crabs, and they're all trying to get to the top. But the only way they can get to the top is if they just climb on each other. And just bypass each other. Okay, thank you, bye-bye, on to the next one. But then they don't realize that they're getting dragged down by these other crabs trying to get to the top and climb on each other. And it's just like a never-ending loop of bringing each other down while not really supporting each other to help back up. Because everyone wants to be the superstar. Everyone wants to be the Albuquerque's golden son or whatever. I don't know. Yeah. Whatever the terms you want to use. But no, we're all in this together. So let's just all be happy for each other and support each other. I'm not gonna lie. In the beginning, I would get a little jealous of some bands who would get certain gigs if I felt like they didn't deserve it or they haven't been playing as long as I have. I have more skin in the game in this, but it's like that does you no good. Yeah. It does you no good thinking like that. Just be happy for your friends, and they'll be happy for you when you succeed, when you'll get there. And it takes work, and it takes connections, it takes networking, it takes a whole lot of stuff. Yeah. And of course, the most important thing is just being good at what you do.
You have to have talent. That's
talent.
Well, I feel like that's also exactly. when you enter this conversation, you're accepting the fact that these people have talent. Right? It's like, okay, now why are they in the space? What are they doing? And you're completely right. Like, yeah, I don't know, man. It's just at a bare minimum, let's say you and your friend A and friend B are in the same genre of entertainment, and friend B is taking off quicker than friend A. Well, at a bare minimum, friend A is associated with somebody who's fucking awesome. That's cool.
Yeah.
And then you add on the layer of, oh, they know each other. Oh, they're friends and they're this close. It's like, yeah, don't you want good things to happen for those around you?
Exactly.
Like,
yeah, you do. And I feel like most people have that mindset where they just want...
a high tide rises all ships.
Exactly. Yeah.
All ships.
That's true.
And that's why, like, when I hear, like, it's one thing if it's like, and I've had bands on here that'll admit themselves that they have infighting. Like, infighting's one thing.
It's like any relationship. You're going to fight. You're going to have conflict.
Yeah, settle it, move on, whatever,
it's
right?
It's how you deal with that conflict.
Exactly.
And how you come out the other end.
But it's like other people that are going after each other. Like, well, why did they get that gig? Why did they do this? And how come I didn't do
like
this?
That, yeah.
It's like, bro, nobody. Stop it.
And no one really cares.
Stop it.
In the end.
And well, exactly. And then in my point of view,
high school shit.
It's like, let's say a comic someone who's trying to do comedy. I want to say comic. Someone who's trying to do comedy that started around the same time as I did. If they end up getting put on shows quicker than I have, or if they start getting like out of state stuff quicker than I do, or if they start becoming a book or like someone who
featured
can
act,
featured actor, or someone that can like make shows happen. Like I can pick lineups quicker than I can, or something like that. I could be better. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm funny.
And that's just kind of human nature too.
Right.
You know what I mean? When you see someone else in it's like, I'm just as funny as that guy.
But
why are they?
But is the smart move not to be like, oh, he's succeeding, she's succeeding, whoever it is. I want to do what they're doing. We already have a built relationship. How about I fucking go and say, hey, what are you doing better than me? Or hey, can I be on your show?
Yeah, exactly. It's worth a shot. It's worth at least just asking, putting your ego to the side.
Yeah.
Oh, they should be coming up to me for help. They should be. It's like, shut. No, stop it.
Well, it's also and it's not exclusive to Albuquerque, but it's a very like Albuquerque culture thing where it's you know what, I would love it for people to succeed, but just don't be more successful than me. You know what I mean?
There's a lot of that here, yeah.
It's like when you become whatever the perceived success is.
Oh, you think we're all bad now or what, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like that thing. Yeah. That's I know exactly. Yeah, a lot of my family's like that, but anyway.
well, then that's the thing too, is like that came up with Clark and Scotty when I had them in here. They were like, and I've heard this from a lot of, specifically with musicians, where they brought up the whole like, oh yeah, you're still doing that music thing? You know what I mean?
Yes, I am, and I love it.
It's like that little thing, your little side project.
How's your little band doing?
Yeah, your little know-nothing bullshit you do.
Right.
How's your talk show going?
It's like why be passive-aggressive when you can just be aggressive?
Yeah, no.
Your band sucks.
Okay, no, I
Figure
agree.
it out.
Well, I agree, man. Like, if you're going to talk I'm always a believer if you're going to talk your shit. But also, I think there's specific people in everybody's lives that can give this message, and I think there's a specific way it has to be delivered and the person has to come from. But as a smaller content creator, I would want people telling me, hey, dude, you suck at interviewing. If I did, you know what I mean?
You suck at interviewing, Noah.
Thanks, man. Well, I
be better.
I'm starting to get that in my comment section already.
Oh, God.
But,
really?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah.
Well, fuck them.
Oh, yeah.
That's how you know you made it, when you have haters.
Oh, yeah. I fucking love it. I get,
sounds like some toxic shit, but
there's one
I've
reel.
noticed that. That's what I've noticed.
There's one reel that got a lot of views, and a lot of comments were like, you're laughing too much. You ruined her story. Let her talk.
Are you laughing more than Jimmy Fallon?
You're a piece
laughs in his interviews.
Right.
No? Okay, then don't worry about it.
That is the barometer. That is the
Because there's a difference. God, I hate Jimmy Fallon, but there's a difference between being a hater and then giving constructive criticism.
Yeah. Like, watch me find this one comment that was fucking made me die, dude.
I had so I put out a handpan song on YouTube, right? And then I'm going through the comments, and it's mostly just like people who I know. Oh, that's so good. Da, 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 da. And then it's like one comment, no good, bro, not good. Like, are your ears working? Did you just hear what was played right now? It was pretty fucking good. And of course, we remember the negativity more than the endless positivity.
Right.
Because that's just human nature.
Yeah.
That's just what we're wired to.
No, you're
wired to think.
You're exactly fucking right. Okay, this is one of my favorites. You ready for this? Probably the worst. Okay, I'm gonna bring this down a little bit.
Oh boy.
Okay. Probably the worst host in history. That's not what a bad batch means. First of all, let her talk and you're not listening. More so, you made this segment more annoying. It could have been good, and like the shrug emoji. Laughing that hard was a tad stupid as fuck too. And then yeah. Oh yeah. a short but sweet one is
that was the whole comment.
Is fuck this guy's annoying. Story was interesting as fuck.
Oh my god.
It's like, all right, cool.
It's like,
but then
is that all you got, princess? Come on.
I'm watching that, and I'm like liking all the comments.
Yeah, you always like them.
Oh yeah,
you have to like them. Thank you.
Oh yeah, and I'm looking like engagement, insights. People are commenting. Yeah,
exactly.
Please drive.
That's helping you.
Yeah,
because
I guess then it's like they never said that to you in person. Any criticism,
keyboard warriors.
Yeah, that you've gotten as well. They'll never say that to your fucking face. What guy? What? Okay, so I'm assuming that's the hand pan, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, can you bust that bitch out real quick if you're comfortable?
Let's pull it out.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm always comfortable.
Okay, because
I bring it to places hoping people would ask me to bring it.
Because you have a whole album based on the shit.
Yes, I do, Noah.
And for people that are just listening on Spotify, you should really hop over to YouTube right now.
Yes.
Can you so obviously that's your camera. Can you show that real quick? So what is this thing?
So this is a hand pan. This is a steel drum that's tuned to a certain scale. In this case, it's D minor, and all the notes. See, that's the D minor right there. The center ding. That's what that's called. And all the notes, they're all tuned to that scale of D minor. So they all correspond with each other. So you can't really play a bad note or a bad chord.
How do you tune it?
You don't.
Oh, this is how it comes.
No. This is how it comes. You can tune it. Well, a professional should tune it.
Okay.
No, like I had several, because Okay, let me a little bit of backstory. This was made in the year 2000.
Okay.
A.D.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we were alive. Oh, that's a question you should ask your what is it? Applicants. It's like, were you alive when the hand pan came out? What is that? Exactly. I'm too young. Anyway, but this came out in 2000 in Sweden. Right? These two, I guess they just wanted to make a steel drum, like a Caribbean drum that you can play with your hands, essentially. So that was called a hang. That's essentially the same thing. Just imagine just a little bit more archaic looking, because this kind of looks like an ancient instrument.
Yeah.
Like it could be like thousands of years old from the Middle East or something. But nope, year 2000. We had CDs. We had Napster.
Yeah,
we had Lars bitching.
Yeah.
He was already doing that when this came out. And then eventually, I guess some other people wanted to make something different.
Here, I'm gonna move this a little bit closer to you.
At the time, yeah. Sorry about that. So they started tweaking it. These are called sound fields. I guess they made sound fields more prominent, where it's more flat. It's easier to hit. But it was too different from the hang, so they called it the hand pan. So that was like around 2006, 2007, around there. And I don't like if it was. This is so weird because the history of the hand pan's really like intertwined with the internet. Because if it wasn't for the internet, I don't know how prominent. I don't know if I would have heard about this if it wasn't for a YouTube video I saw of a guy playing two of them. When I was in high school, I'm like, I want that. I don't know what that is, but I fucking want that, and I want it right now. How much is it? Jesus fucking Christ, I don't have that much money. And I don't want to wait that long for them to make another one. Because at the time, it was like $5,000. Because there were only like 3 people on the whole planet were making them at the time. That was like 2010, 2011. And then there was a wait list for them because, you can only make so much when there's... this many people on the whole world making a hand pan. So,
and how long does it take to make one?
I honestly don't know. I've seen the process of it. It looks like a giant pain in the ass. It's very, it's like a hammer. It's like this machine where it's just like it's like a jackhammer, like a handheld jackhammer. I don't want to do it too hard, but you do it into the instrument so that it gets to a certain key and it's able to hold that key. From sustained hits over time, and then more and more people started making them over time. The wait list got shorter, the cost got lower. So eventually, I bought my first hand pan in 2019. It was January 1st, 2019, when it came to my house, and it was a snow. Like the whole town was covered in snow. So I just spent all day just trying to figure out what the fuck do you play this goddamn thing. I don't even know. So that's where I learned how to do it. And I just I got this one almost 2 years ago. It has more notes.
I'm gonna make sure it's in frame. I
Yeah,
can hold it.
it sounds better than my last one. So yeah, I've just been doing that. I'm kind of just just doing my own thing, trying to figure out how to play it. I was able to kind of find some chords. Things like that. But then it wasn't until my friend Gilby, he was like, because he works at School of Rock and he plays in my.
I've heard about that place. What is that?
So, the School of Rock.
Yeah.
It's this movie that came out in
You
2003 with Jack Black. Speaking of Jack Black, no, but what it is, it's a music school. That's a nationwide music school.
Okay,
it's a chain.
Because I've heard about that from a couple of the guys in the slums and from Lillian as well. I think
Lillian used to be in the adult group.
Okay.
At the School of Rock.
Because she's told me about that.
Yeah. That's how I met her. You've heard it from the slums, really?
I think so. I could be totally off about that. I could be totally off.
But yeah, so I used to work there for a while, just giving drum lessons. And then my friend Gilby, who I play in the metal band now with, he was just at my house and he's all. What is that?
I lost it.
Holy diver.
Oh shit.
Something like that, but I was like, wait a second, wait, what? Okay, so I just started figuring out different songs on the handpan, and eventually I was able to figure out Billie Jean. I played Billy Diver. I played Holy Diver all the way through, and I was like, fuck, what other songs can you do on this? I just started, oh my God, I don't remember the last time I had that much motivation to actually go out and just try something new that I had no idea how it would work out in the end. But eventually I learned some Adele. Do you know this one?
There is somebody screaming at the camera right now. What I recognize it, but I don't.
You take my life, but I'll take yours too.
Oh, the
fire
Trooper.
A musket, but I'll run you through.
The Trooper
yeah,
by Iron Maiden.
Dude.
Oh shit.
Yeah, man. That song was actually pretty easy to figure out compared to Adele, and because I know Fire to the Rain on here. All these classic jams available on my album. And then the hardest one was Somebody That I Used to Know.
Yeah.
By Gautier.
Yeah.
That's the hardest one that I know that I can play for the most part, just because of the way the notes are and just the way how I have to move my hand in a certain way to hit that note at that time. That one's tough. So, and then I thought, wait, man, if I could learn enough songs, then I have like enough original stuff, because I have 6 covers and then 3 original pieces on there that I put through. I put on the album. I'm like, all right, cool. Let me make a fucking album. Now we got a little handpan album. So that's what I'm doing right now. And now I'm mostly just playing drums, because it's usually like either just the drum set with like Just Velvet or any other gigs, or like handpan stuff at open mics and things like that. So those are the instruments that I play.
That's fucking sick.
Thanks, man. Thanks. You want to hit it?
That's fucking sick.
There you go.
That's so. How do you hit it properly?
That there's not like a definitive way to hit it. You just have to make it. You have to hit it so that the sound just resonates, because you don't want to hit it and like leave your finger on there.
Yeah.
Like that, because then that'll kill the sound. So what I do, it's kind of like a side swipe with my thumb, but you can also do that with your index or your middle fingers as well. These are called, and I'm not really hitting in the crater of the sound field. I'm just mostly hitting on the outside. but it still resonates pretty well. The smaller the note, the higher it is, and the harder it is
That's so cool.
to get a sound out of it. It's pretty cool, huh? I never seen one of these things in person until it came in the mail to my house. I've just seen them online. I'm like, fuck, I want one so bad. How do I get it? Da, da, da. They used to sell them at Guitar Center up until recently. And I'd go in there and I'd play Billie Jean. I'd look around and nobody would be watching. I'd be so pissed.
Like, do you not recognize art?
Do you not? Oh, that just happens every day to you guys? Greatness just walks in and just does it. Wow, must be nice. Must be fucking nice. But anyway. So yeah, man, I'll just play this every now and then just to kind of practice. Just songs that I already know, just try to stay fresh. And it's very relaxing. It's just so fun. It's so fun to play. Oh, this one I'm working on. See if you recognize this one. I know the pieces fit. Is that Tool?
I don't listen to a lot of Tool. That's why. Yeah, I know. I'm like the only guy already that does listen to Tool.
I'll send you a playlist. Anyway,
thank you.
But that's a song called Schism by Tool.
Okay.
So there's that, and then I think, and then there's another not Billie Jean. Caribbean Queen by Billy Ocean.
Okay.
Different Billy. Yeah, that's another 80s song that just Velvet plays every now and then. Yeah, I know how to do that on here too.
Nice. That's fucking sick, dude.
Thanks, man.
That's fucking... Dude, I gotta say...
These do go out of tune, and it's so my last one went out of tune. Because I used to... Do you know what busking is?
No.
It's basically just performing on the street.
Okay.
So, yeah, I used to do that because that was one of the ways I don't do it anymore now just because it's a pain in the ass, and it's not a lot of reward for the...
Yeah.
Just constant playing. Some nights were cool. Some nights I'd make... or on the worst nights, I'd make like $7 for 3 hours.
Yeah.
But it made me a better player. At least I got that out of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Other nights, sometimes I'd be there for like an hour. I'd make almost $300. So it's really... That did not happen a lot.
Yeah, right.
That happened maybe twice.
Right.
Maybe twice out of like the dozens of times that I've done it. But yeah, I used to do that. I wanted to... And so I went to go to the Old Town tree lighting that they light the Christmas tree in Old Town. And I took my old hand pan there. I did it. So I took it out of my car, and I didn't zip up the case all the way, so when I put it on my back, it dropped to the ground and just fucking shit. That note got out of tune, and it was a lot higher, and it just made it unplayable. I'm like, fuck, do I take it to a tuner? I paid $700 for this. I don't want to die. And then I just look online. I find this one, which is about $400, and then it has more notes because this came with. Those are 3 extra notes that did not come on my last one.
Huh.
So it's like I got one, and it sounds better. Because the last one was spray painted black for some reason, and that killed. Don't ask me why. And it just killed the tone.
Yeah.
But this one is just pure raw steel. 3 extra notes, and it does. It's great.
That's fucking sick.
Yeah, man. The hand pan. Thank you, ma'am. That's right.
You know, I gotta be honest, man. Like, first of all, it fits your personality. Secondly, just like. I'm not surprised at the garnered talent that you've got because you're always surrounded by, like, you're talented and you're surrounded by other talented people. Like, dude,
iron sharpens iron, man. Bronze sharpens bronze.
Yeah. But one of the most simultaneously welcomed and out of place feelings I've ever had was at your birthday party this year. Because I was so happy to see all these people that I knew and my friends, like happy to see you, happy to see Nev, Lillian was there, Leroy was there, shit like that. Like, that was awesome, right? But then I look around and it's like the Borque High School Musical. Well, I guess High School Musical was in Albuquerque, but it's like the legit High School Musical.
Oh God!
And everyone's fucking singing. And there's a fucking it's not. They didn't do karaoke at this motherfucker's birthday. They had a legit drum set, guitar,
put out the drums,
amps,
the open jam, the whole thing.
Literally an open mic in this fucker's backyard, and I'm sitting there watching these hyper talented musicians play.
Drunk as hell.
Drunk as fuck in his back, and I'm just like, I remember literally turning to Nev and being like, and I just talk shit. Like, what?
Don't diminish yourself.
Like, who the fuck am I with?
You're right. You're right there with us.
Holy fuck,
you're right here with
dude.
us.
Just the amount of talent that was at your birthday party alone.
It was fun, man. Yeah.
And you are at the center of that shit because you're an amazing fucking drummer.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, it's just cool to see all that. You know what I
It
mean?
is cool. It's a like many people have said before. This community is so great, and we're all friends. We're on the same path. We're all enjoying the ride together.
Yeah.
We all want more people. I'm just like, oh, you play? Oh, what do you play? Oh, let's play a show. Let's do all this. We're all just wanting other people to be part of this wonderful thing.
Yeah.
And you're right there with us.
Thanks. I mean, I try, man. Like, I've been very, like I said a little earlier, I'm very thankful, and I've been very blessed to meet a lot of really cool fucking people. Yourself included, obviously. I just met a lot of really cool fucking people doing this shit. And it's like, damn, like, this is what needs to get advertised one way or another through Albuquerque. Like, and I'm so thankful that, like, I was never the type of person before COVID to really go out and do shit. I was always hanging with my homies, which I was more than happy to do, but I didn't really
Go
want to
out every now and then.
I never really wanted to go out. You know what I mean? But then post-COVID, and especially starting this, I was like, okay, well, it started as like, okay, it's kind of imperative to go out and do things. And then when I started going, because I had Nick and Leroy on, they're like my first, I think they were one of my first musical guests. And then that I just had as like, oh, you're in a band, come on. I was like, oh, you're my friend that happens to do music. You know what I mean? And I got invited to their show, and I was like, oh, shit, yeah. So me and my girlfriend at the time, we went, and I was like, oh, fuck. And I met so many people. I was like, oh, fuck, these are, like, nice people. They're really who the fuck are these people? And I find out, like, on Instagram, and I'm just like, oh, who you fucking people are. And I'm like, oh, shit.
Person this knows this person, and that person knows that person.
And it's just cool seeing all the different connections and the different talents that flow in and out of each other, and then... You know, and I'm very thankful. I will say this: I'm very happy that you're the first person to play an instrument in the studio. And it's a
That's right. No one can take that away from me. Anyone? You had so many singers that could have sang. They didn't.
They didn't do shit. Looking at you, Leroy.
The sacrifices that I've had to make. No, I'm just kidding. Look at you.
But no.
Yeah,
dude,
well, cool, man. I'm glad to be the first one. I'm glad you were interested in knowing about that.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's fucking cool as shit.
Yeah, so fun.
Before we wrap up, what do you have, like, any stuff coming up with Just Velvet? Do you have any of your stuff coming up? Do you have, like, anything you want to plug?
That's a good question.
Shamelessly plug.
Shamelessly plug. Let me see. We're Just Velvet has a private Christmas gig, so I guess I can't really promote that.
Well, congratulations on the private Christmas gig.
Thank you.
So all us peasants won't be going to that, but just know around the Christmas time they'll be having fun.
It's good to be on this side finally.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we have a private gig. I wish you could go.
Like no, corporate gig. Fuck
something like that. But
good shit.
That and then the karaoke band that I'm in, we have a private Christmas gig.
Nice.
Like 2 weeks after that. That's a lot of fun. Shout out to Kenny, Colin, Dustin, Valeria, Roman. I think that's everybody. Yeah, it's like, I don't know.
He just conjured a spirit, people.
Exactly. I gotta say it 3 times. Yeah, just we had a little residency at Revel for a songwriter contest, so we would be the house band.
I saw that. Yeah,
so
I saw that.
It was like a voice style kind of competition. Yeah. The winner gets $1,000. They can record a song. That was a lot of fun. So we got a private gig, and then so it was like a karaoke band. Have you heard of that before?
I mean, I've heard the term, but I'm assuming it's a literal band. It's not a karaoke machine. Like that's your guys' role. Is you're the house band when they hold events.
Thank you for having a brain and actually concluding. Oh, it's like karaoke, but with a live band. Exactly.
Yeah.
So we just have a catalog and like all the hits, like Santeria and Jolene and all Tennessee Whiskey and all that other bullshit. So whatever people want to sing.
And Get Low.
Get Low. Not yet. I'm lobbying pretty hard for several songs that won't included. And then when we can just be a band and just like play songs, and that's what Valeria does. She was, because that was going on before I joined, and they did those at Inside Out, where they'd have people sign up and play some songs. I played a couple songs. I sang a couple songs. It's a lot of fun.
All right.
So now I'm in it. So we're doing that. Yeah, private gig, and then no handpan stuff. I mostly just do open mics.
Okay.
Every now and then, which I'm fine with.
That's a good thing to put in the end here too. Is what music open mics are there in Albuquerque?
I know Edgar has one. You've had him on.
Yeah.
Edgar, he has one. I think at not Distillery. Maybe it might be Distillery. I don't know. But there's one in Nob Hill that he does, I think, every Wednesday.
Okay.
Every now and then. That's the only one that I know of, really. I mean, if you just ask around, there's going to be one. I'm sure there are. There used to be one at Lizard Tail for a while.
They do a comedy one now.
Oh, yeah. I've seen that, yeah. Did you ever go to those?
Yeah, it's actually tonight, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, tonight's the Lizard Tail one.
Oh, cool.
The Nob Hill.
How is the comedy going, by the way? How are you feeling? How's it?
So I love it.
Yeah.
I mean, I love doing it. I love learning it and all that stuff, and I'm not too uncomfortable when it comes to bombing. I just like accept this is how this is gonna go.
It's a requirement to get better.
Yep, just keep doing your best.
I did it for like a little bit when I was 20.
Yeah,
and just it's tough. It's so fucking hard,
and
dude.
I love it.
Nerve-wracking.
It was nerve-wracking for my first 2 shows, for like paid shows for sure, because I didn't fucking deserve any of that. But
yes, you did know it.
Now I just doing open mics. I'm just chilling. I'm like, if I bomb, I bomb. I'm here to fucking learn. So I'm there with my little fucking tripod, and I set things up. I record it, study it, and not as much as I should, but I study it here and there, and I love it, dude.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Keep at it, man.
Yeah, it's fun.
Because you shared those clips, and they're pretty fucking funny.
Thanks. Thanks, man. Where can people find you on Instagram?
You can find me on, I hate saying my name because it's so corny. My Instagram's The Amazing Spider Dan.
Yes!
at AOL.com. .gov/hub. Because people are like, what's your Instagram? I'm like, Amazing Spider Dan.
No, own that shit, dude. It's
finally.
finally.
When I was 19 when Instagram first came out, I'm
bro,
like, still.
It's finally cool to like superheroes now. Own that shit. Spider-Man is sick.
Exactly.
So The Amazing Spider Dan on Instagram, and then
handpanned _Dan, I think _505.
Okay.
But it's in my bio for my Instagram.
And I'll throw it all in the description too.
And then Just Velvet, you can just look up Just Velvet on Instagram. Albu Karaoke, ALBU. If you put a gun to my head to spell out, I'd be like, just pull the trigger. Albu and then spell karaoke. It's there. And then I'm in a metal band with some of my friends called Spooky Door. We're
cool.
slowly but surely putting some music stuff together. It's always fun. Yeah.
Nice.
And then I play with Micah Thunder. Shout out to Micah Thunder. He's a singer-songwriter. Writes original music. Whenever he needs a drummer, he hits me up. And
nice.
Yeah, he's really good. He's one of my favorite artists.
Fuck yeah, man.
So yeah.
Well, thank you for coming by.
Absolutely, no. I'm
glad
we got to finally do it.
Yes, and we're definitely gonna have to do it again. Dude.
I had so much fun. Yeah,
you're a fucking blast.
You too, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you very much, man, and thank you everyone for listening and watching. And we will see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.